Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big COC Energy. I'm Zraitor, your host. Our offering for episode 48 is Blood Fruit from the Cthulhu Ireland supplement book by Colin Dunlop. We have reached our final stop in Ireland. These scenarios have been a big hit in our community, so naturally, I'm quite excited to see what they make of this one. Join us as we say goodbye to the Isle of Fae and a deadly two-parter that may very well close the storyline out as it began, with the full party wipe. Bloodfruit, April 1924. Lucius Templemore has invited some old friends and connections to breakfast with him at his private residence in Belfast. He desires a pleasant morning discussing the occult and swapping strange stories. Starring Eerie Lunarose as Jimmy Dowdall, EeiddKlabe as Bryant Morrow, Vash as Colm Dunlop, Laska as Sean Deans, and finally, myself, Zraitor, as the keeper of the arcane lore. We open at Lucius Templemore's private residence at 104 India Street, which is close to Queen's University. He has invited our investigators to an equally private breakfast and chat to catch up with one another. Lucius is in his mid-40s now, but he scarcely looks it. The ever-suave gentleman is holding up quite nicely, and he is well dressed in a clearly custom-made white suit that must have been costly. He greets everyone one by one as they enter. Welcome, Captain. How's your painting going? Surely your adventures these last couple of years have given you a good subject matter? Or perhaps you like to paint happier things?
Yes, I definitely try to paint happier things than what I've seen.
Gives you a little wink, and then he turns to, he says, Minister, so glad to have one of faith among us. For every religion is an expression of our efforts to relate to ourselves and the universe. Hopefully your experiences haven't shaken your beliefs.
If they had, if my experiences had shaken my faith, I wouldn't be here. It's through my faith that I was able to survive.
Oh, very good. And it's been a while, Sean. I'm delighted you have found your way back to us. I was worried you had enough after the puka, although it was certainly more exciting than that wedding turned out to be.
Yeah, serious conversation before breakfast. You're a brutal man, Lucius.
Well, I'm up
Show
all
me to the
hours.
dining table.
Oh, on your way then. Ah, and finally, the mysterious Mr. Morrow. You can't understand how honored I am to host one of your talents. Proof at last of what I sought for so long. A hero by all accounts, too, as you have saved the lives of your companions twice now. Don't you dare attempt to be modest.
Well, yeah, I suppose I did do that. The Father Moloch character is someone interested in investigating a little bit more. I hope my newfound fame doesn't get in the way of that. Um, I'd like to not have all the attention on me anymore, but greetings to our new friend here. I guess it sounds like you guys know Sean already. Good to meet you. I'm Bryant.
Someone who saves the lives of his companions. I like the sound of that.
Appreciate it. Well, you'll come to find out I have some weird talents. I'm sure. If you've run with Lucius for any length of time, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Oh, the
Let's
puka
sit
wasn't too
down.
terrifying, was it? All right, we'll say.
So,
Entirely depends on your definition of horrifying.
well, I've written some articles about it so that you can judge for yourselves, really, in retrospect, and I hope to be able to write up this adventure from
Oh, well, this is just breakfast.
safely from the other side. Oh, just breakfast is oh good.
It's quite the amazing breakfast, if I say so. I don't think it's article worthy. All right, we'll say everyone enters in now. Lucius's home is a small, well-furnished manor. He brings you into a dining room where the food has already been laid out. Fancy dishes are laid on the table with every sort of breakfast meal you can think of here are here to be enjoyed. And he stands up and clearly waits for everyone to sit down. All right, and he sees everyone sitting down. I'm just going to assume we begin digging in. And he says, well, everyone, before we begin, I'd just like to state the three objects of our society once more, if you don't mind humoring me. One, to form a nucleus of the universal brotherhood of humanity without distinction of race, creed, sex, caste, or color. Two, to encourage the study of comparative religion, philosophy, and science. Three, to investigate unexplained laws of nature and the powers latent in humanity. And he sort of smiles and he says, I say we've accomplished these quite nicely so far. Whether you're a believer or just here to maintain a contact, that is no concern of mine, as your company is quite welcome either way. Now, I thought
I
I'd
see
go.
the fourth
Go ahead.
principle is there.
Yeah.
Try not to die or go insane. That was also a good one.
Well, these adventures have been quite unusual, I'd say. Usually that doesn't happen. It's usually just a lot of paperwork and
That'd be nice.
And speaking of those, I thought I'd go over with some of the details of your past investigations if you don't mind. And well, even if you do mind, as I do enjoy the sound of my own voice, I must admit. And he gives a little laugh, and you can comment as you see fit.
Well, I just wave a fork indulgently as, as,
That's the spirit.
while I'm eating.
And I almost don't want to start with the Gallagher circle, as it is the most dramatic, but very well. To begin with, Kathleen Gallagher has retired from mediumship after being exposed by something that was published in 1922, and, well, good riddance to another phony, but of course, that is hardly what is most concerning, as I had an unfortunate adventure of my own. As you all know, Katrin Conway, Father Dara O'Brien, and Victoria Ginn all went missing during their investigation of the Gallagher circle, and it has been so long that they're all assumed to be dead now, with no headway into finding them being made at all. So then I'm sure you can imagine my surprise when Victoria herself contacted me shortly after I heard rumors of her museum being opened again. She invited me there a week ago in a letter I had received. I had at once resolved to see her, and upon her arrival, I found the place abandoned and emptied of all its exhibits. I had the most uneasy feeling, but I decided to poke around anyway, and in her small slide office, I found the most startling thing. The hands and face of our dear museum curator herself were lying there on the desk. When I managed to tear my eyes away from the sight, I noticed there was a small note there. It simply said to mind my own business now, or this fate will befall me too. I fled from that place and I called the police and I let them do as they wish with this possible lead on her whereabouts, but of course I expect little to come of it. She's dead, and so are the others. Those people were, of course, quite before your time. I met them shortly before about a year before the talking horse incident, as I believe our not here doctor likes to call it. And which, of course, speaking of that, I have some unfortunate news. Yes, it's even worse than how bland the food at the wedding was and the poor entertainment. I'm afraid I'm not simply cut out for the countryside. It's too dirty. And what was I talking about again? Right, right. The bad news. It's good you convinced Michael or me Hall, if you must, and he waves his hand dismissively, and Alice to leave for America because it seems old Mary had suffered from a stroke a month ago and she's passed away. She was said to be of strong health still, so that's concerning news. That means the puka must be once again free to guard its sticks and dirt in that old fortress, but why anyone would want those things is beyond me anyway. The villagers are afraid much more, but I suppose they are used to it and can simply avoid the place like they are used to. At least with your article, Sean, the missing people have had attention brought to them and identified. I guess we've done some good. We've done some good there at least, huh?
I suppose.
Suppose so.
You're not worried at all?
Well, just don't go into the fortress, right? What's the problem?
You found a threatening note that said the same fate's going to befall you, and yet you continue.
Well, I'm a meddler. I can't help it. It's in my nature.
Well, so am I. Just watch your face.
Oh wait, well, it's still here. And then our investigation into the church in Bonavent, that was a success, but I'm of course sorry about your getting entangled up with the Irish Civil War. The government is usually the exact opposite of our three objects. I'm sure you can guess my disdain for them. I sent a few others to look into things after, and apparently the townspeople have cleaned up the old church and are using it once more for its intended purpose. So your banishment of that creature from the stars has emptied the place of its corruption, and we have yet more proof of things beyond our knowledge. I'd say that as a win, but of course, and he turns to you, Bryant. I know you went through quite the ordeal being swallowed by that blasted thing. I know you like to play it tough, but there's no way you have walked away from that unscathed. So I thank you again for your heroism, sir.
I appreciate that once again, Lucius. I won't pretend as though I haven't long been on a road of disturbance.
Hmm.
And then, of course, finally, I wasn't involved with what you did last year, but on OE Island and the business with the smugglers, but I bribed and persuaded a few officers to tell me about it. so I don't like to be left out. The smugglers, it seemed they got away. And with most of the shipment of the poutine, they'd brought in a female accomplice. Those were the remains, I guess, you found in some small sandy cove, and to replace the driver who was caught. The smugglers have fled or are still at large, but the police and the government, they made sure this info didn't get out. But hey, at least they left you alone afterwards, right?
That's all we can ask for. They grabbed me because I know these people.
Yeah, it's guilty by association. It happens.
A terrible thing, honestly. No, no offense, Captain.
None taken.
And all I really know that happened with Philip was quite hurt, and there was some happening in a hospital where his throat opened up and gave everyone quite a fright.
Yes, he kept assuring us, though, that we shouldn't worry because he's a doctor. Then he started going mad about it.
Yes, could you imagine if we all walked around saying, I'm a journalist, I'm an occultist, I'm a captain." Ugh, but he's quite
Can you
an
bel
entertaining
can you
man.
believe the man said that we would be better off if the world was run by doctors?
I, oh, jeez.
To that end, I believe he is wrong. Obviously, the church should have been wrong. Like, I can never take that line seriously.
Wow. That's the only thing worse than I can think of doctors running the world is the church. No offense.
None taken.
As long as it's not the military.
Yes. And Lucius, he pulls out a little orange in his pocket, and the chatter goes on for the day. He pulls out a knife and he slices it open, and he doesn't seem to notice it at first, but after he feels something, he looks at his hand and there's like a red liquid dropping out of this orange. And all around everyone, it gets very dark, like unnaturally dark. Everything just seems to, it's like the lights have been turned down. And then in the middle of the table in front of you, in the breakfast table, there is like some sort of white amorphous blob floating there. It begins to slowly fade away as the lights start to come back, and Lucius drops the orange on the table, and the two halves, they say "help us" in the middle. That is a handout.
Gosh.
And I will need a sanity roll from everybody.
Sanity so soon.
Yes.
Off the rip, sanity. All right.
Help. Help.
All
Help
right.
us.
So if you fail, it's a 1. If you see it, you don't take anything.
I barely
Ah.
see.
Oh, barely
I am
succeeding.
no longer at 69 sanity.
Oh, darn. Keeper, does this put us in mind of the like the stuff that we saw come out of the young lady, the medium,
No,
that amorphous blob?
this
Okay,
is
it's
a
different.
this is a red liquid, and yeah, it was just a white blob of. It was hard to tell what it really was.
Yeah, that part, the white blob was what I was
I was gonna ask for a medicine roll on the on the red liquid, but our doctor isn't here.
Right.
Wait, I
Right.
have medicine.
Well, you may try it.
I'm not very good at medicine.
I know. I don't even know why he has 25. He put a band-aid on somebody one time, I guess.
Yeah, damn straight. It was a Barbie Band-Aid. God damn it.
Oh.
No.
Can I occult check it?
Call check it.
Yeah, I want
Occult.
to see. Do I know anything occult wise about this thing? Is it like a will-o-wisp or some
Yeah, I guess you can try that.
Phil? So we got an 81 over 75.
Wow, you're 75 in that. Yeah, this is out of your knowledge entirely. It's an orange dripping
Yep.
red liquid, and it says "help us" inside. And Lucius, who was a
Have you
little
seen it
stunned at
happening?
first, starts to recover. He says, "Well, is everyone up for another investigation? I'll pay you a generous fee if you can figure out anything interesting about this to add to our knowledge of the strange."
Well, it's not
I'm gonna
much
need a drink
information
first.
in that orange. It doesn't give us much of a clue as to what to do. It's certainly attention grabbing. Are we meant to open the rest of the oranges now to get the rest of the message?
Well, journalists, I think we gotta track things from the source. I bought this at the Smithfield Market by the docks. From Fergal Kane, I believe, is the seller. You can always question him.
But this is fresh, the blood which is dripping there. Yes?
Certainly seems so.
and it's not. So is it mirror writing on the second half? It isn't. It's written in forward writing without mirror on both sides of the cut. So it's not like it was latent in the orange waiting to come out. It's where you put the cut. The message was then written on it. So it might not have anything to do with the source of the oranges, but we can certainly go and have a look. Am I right
Mhm.
that there's no mirror writing?
Yeah, he looks at
Yeah,
it.
it seems so.
Your guess is
That's
as good as
fair.
mine.
So it was written. Well, I mean, it's not a matter of guess, but I think it is, isn't it? It's saying
Mhm.
help us readably in non-mirror writing on both sides. So it was written after the cut was put in place. Then the writing was sort of written on the surface. It's not like it was embedded in the orange and you just happened to have cut through it.
Well, you saw the ghost or whatever that was. I don't think it follows whatever rules you want it to
Oh,
follow.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think the ghost ectoplasm on the orange makes the orange taste bad now?
He hands you one of the halves. You want to find out?
Oh.
He'll just kind of put his hand just up, just no thanks.
Very well. Well, do tell
Jimmy
me if
will
you
smell it
go.
though. Would like to smell the orange. Can I smell any blood?
Yeah,
The
it probably has.
captain would be familiar.
It probably has that coppery smell mixed with the citrus
Mhm.
of the orange.
I'll
Mm,
open another orange just to see.
yeah.
Does the will-o'-the-wisp come back?
All right, we'll say you start opening some, and he joins you, and no, there's no message, and it doesn't come back.
All right, squeeze myself some orange juice. I don't want to eat the one that's got blood on it. I agree, that seems a bit dubious.
This smells like real blood.
Well, do tell me if you need anything else from me. Otherwise, I'll start clearing up and clearing out the dishes if you don't mind. And he starts whistling as he goes around the table, clearing everything up. He seems like he's in a good mood despite all this weirdness.
So it is curious though. Someone says help, but there's no really indication what we can do to help.
No, well, I mean, I suppose that's why Lucius said we should look into where the fruit came from. There has to be a reason that this message was on
Yeah,
the fruit rather
yeah,
than anything else.
I agree.
How do you suppose that we track down the origin of this orange?
Well, we
Well, he
simply,
told us. Yeah.
yeah,
He
we
told
simply go
us.
to the docks and find this. What's Lucius? What was this man's name?
He says Fergal Kane.
Virgo?
Yeah, Fergal
Kane.
Keen.
Okay.
He's just some old man that sells me fruits sometimes.
So I think perhaps I could perceive, or I could imagine maybe these trans were transported across from somewhere, on one of the ships. Perhaps a stowaway of some kind has cast some sort of enchantment on these oranges, knowing that somebody would eventually purchase them, and that was their cry for help. So if we go there, we may find the origin of the message. It's the only way I can imagine just one orange having a secret message in it with none of the others and it not relating to any of us here. I have no history with
Mm.
orange juice or anything like that. So,
You've never had a cup of orange juice.
oh, I've certainly drank orange juice, yes, but as far as I know, no orange orchards hold vendettas against me.
Fair enough.
Alrighty, so let's go.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we shall be off then.
All right, investigators make their way over to Smithville Market, and the market itself is in a huge warehouse, and there's a hive of bustling activity. There's traders shouting over each other to sell their goods, and there's all sorts of things being sold here. Lots more than just produce, but you do find a produce stand. There's an old man there. He's in his early 60s. He's basically bald. He's wearing a pair of glasses. He's smiling at everyone, and he says, he looks at you. Are you here to buy some fruit, guys?
Are you Mr. Keen?
Fergal Keen's my name. That's right.
Ah, an associate of ours bought some fruit from you, as I assume this morning. Some oranges?
He points over at the stock of oranges. Yeah, I got some oranges there. There's definitely lots of people have bought them today though, and yesterday.
Uh, Jimmy's gonna, like just pick one up to kind of like examine it. Same kind of oranges. We're all in the right place here.
Yep, this is what you pick it out of.
Where did you get these from, by the way?
These are from Hortense, the Isle of Hortense. My driver picks it up at the harbor and lists Patrick, and they deliver it to me. Why are you asking about these specifically? Are you in the mood for some oranges? Yeah, I got some bananas and I got some pineapples. And
An associate of ours told us he found the most rich blood oranges he'd ever encountered, and he said he purchased them from you. So we thought maybe there was an unusual origin to them.
they're just oranges. They're pretty good. That's why I sourced from over there. About 10 years now.
Where do you source them from?
Hortense Island.
Sensi Island. Which is near?
No, you'll have to. It's an island off of Patrick. It's a bit of ways from here.
I mean, normally don't oranges grow in warmer climes than Belfast? Wouldn't it be maybe south of France or something?
No, I have.
Spain?
It is odd. I have been invited there once. It's closed off to visitors these days, but I have been invited over. The Lord is very friendly. There are massive plantations, and it's very warm. And you want to know a very odd thing? There were snakes there too. So I guess St. Patty didn't get rid of them all after all, huh?
Oh,
Wow.
So.
what a strange place. So you've been there.
Yeah, I was invited for a tour because I'm a buyer. The Lord there needs some buyers for his fruit, of course.
Who is the Lord?
The Lord O'Brien.
Lord O'Brien. Wow.
Is there some problem or?
No, not
No.
at all. I mean, it's just interesting to reflect on oranges from Ireland and snakes from Ireland. It's not what you normally think. And so, I mean, I write about stuff, and this has the air of being interesting. And when you say the island is closed off to other visitors, has it? You said it's been closed off for a little while, or
Oh, quite a long while. I believe the Lord lost his family and he closed up for a while. I'm not entirely sure of the entire story.
right? Sounds like a time for some library research.
Indeed. Thank you very much. And the captain is going to, pick out a few pieces of fruit that are not oranges and and purchase them.
There you are. Think kindly.
If it's
Any other
Ireland, probably most of the fruit are potatoes.
right? Any other interesting stories? And did any of these other produce come from out there, or did you source them from further afield?
No, from all over, but the tropical fruit is from the Hortense Island.
Interesting.
Are there other kinds of tropical fruit he has apart from oranges?
Pineapples, bananas,
Wow. Well, maybe he has. I'll pick up a pineapple and
Yeah.
bunch of bananas. Maybe he has greenhouses there. Is that how he does it, or is this all out in the open?
Oh, there are massive plantations all over the island. Just it was really warm there. It's very odd.
That is warm.
Very strange.
Probably a lot of Irish would like to go and live there if it's warm.
No,
Maybe that's why it's closed off.
he does have about 100 or so villagers there living with him, working on the plantation. So they must have it nice over there.
Yeah, did everyone seem well when you were over there?
Oh yeah, everyone was happy and I didn't hear any
How-
complaints.
How long ago was it that you were there?
Oh, a couple of years ago.
Yes, well, again, thank you. Sure, this will be delicious.
You'll have a nice day now.
You as well.
All right, you walk away from Fergal Keen with that information. I heard a library. Is there anything else we're doing?
Well,
I think since it's a ways away, that's probably the first stop, right? Being a
I hope these.
journalist, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go to the central library Or maybe Queen's University will also have a library that I can go to, but I'll go to the main central library. And this island should be documented. Find it on a map. Look at the history, please. And the history of the O'Brien family, in particular about the incident where his family were.
I'll make your way down. I've written down Belfast Library because that was in the past one. So,
And I have prepared my library use dice.
yep, I will take a library use from everyone who's interested in searching out.
I will gladly oblige
I
this.
can read,
I
so I
think.
will also help.
You'll get your favorite thing, handouts you gotta read.
Okay, I've got 08, which is an extreme success.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
I guess you are interested.
I got a
Honestly,
regular.
you know what? Anytime I can do a roll, I will oblige because I like how my keyboard sounds.
Goody
I
clap.
also recently got a new
Ooh.
keyboard, and it is very nice.
Clickety click, tack, tack.
You
to
know,
type
normally
on.
the captain is not very about libraries and research, but he
Today.
apparently got an extreme success today.
Yeah. Some
I got
Hell
pictures,
yeah.
some peaks.
I got a
All
regular.
right.
This.
So the good thing is you can see it. The bad thing is there's like 4 handouts.
Wonderful. We found them all then.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, good.
The
Okay.
captain, I know,
Mhm.
despite having the highest dexterity, has got the lowest move ability. So I'm wondering if
Yes.
if as a soldier, maybe he's wearing chainmail.
No, he's been injured. He has a limp.
Ah, sorry.
Yes.
I don't mean to mock. I guess
Oh,
it'd be
he
obvious if I could see it.
yes,
Yes.
he's a powerful, ugly creature too, because he's been burned and disfigured and
Sean, you probably have
Dang.
heard it. We
He's
didn't
a
really do
tank.
the introductions because they've already introduced it. You probably heard of the captain. He is famed for setting off explosives, killing off the enemy, but no one's really sure why he did it because no one's sure exactly what he killed. But yeah, it left him sort of disfigured and scarred. And we can say you were being polite until now.
So he was okay. So anyway, that's just banter while we're looking through the stacks.
All right.
So what do we find, please?
Yes. So this will be a lot of reading. I'll do the first one's the longest, and I think there's 4 more, so everyone will get one. All right, get ready. The first thing you guys find is while traveling through a banana plantation in Bolivia, I stayed with Jose Lorenzo, a dapper Spanish gentleman whose family were from Bilbao. Though most of his plantation was well tended, I noticed that part of the plantation had been left untouched, with the bananas left rotting on the trees. I asked if these had been left for the local wildlife, and to my surprise, I was told that there was a curse over that area of the plantation. He went on to say that the tribe that he drove off the land had their temple in that area, and that nearly every piece of fruit picked off those particular trees dripped with blood and had strange writing inside. Obviously, I thought the man was pulling my leg, so I went off to check myself. Picking what appeared to be a normal banana, I peeled back the skin. A red, viscous liquid gushed out, and there was indeed strange squiggles on the banana's flesh. I felt my skin crawl, and as the red liquid dripped off my hands, I heard a voice whisper in my ear. I could not understand what it said, but suffice to say, I fled the area, packed my bags, and did not spend another night on the plantation. Maybe this was just a natural disease of the bananas, and the noise I heard was just some creature in the canopy. But this Irishman, for one, did not want to take the chance. Was an excerpt from An Irishman Abroad Walking South America by Fergus McGilloway, 1875. And that was a reward for a hard success. That's why I read it. As for all the
Fair
other
enough.
stuff, all right, so I'll put them in.
Yeah.
There's 4 of you, so just take turns. One of you can get that one.
All right, I'll go ahead and start there. We have a newspaper, the Irish Times, subheading Dublin, Saturday, March 13th, 1917. Message from God found in pineapple. A woman from Kells Cove claims to have received a message from pineapple. Miss McElvey said, I was having my lunch and I just sliced into the pineapple when all this red stuff started dripping out. I opened it and there, written on the skin, were 2 words, save us. It was obviously a message from our Father and a sign that I should go out and do God's work. A local priest who also saw the fruit confirms the of Mrs. McElvey's statement. The fruit is said to have come from Hortensia growers. The Irish contacted their owner, Lord Brian, uh, who dismissed the story as hokum. Unfortunately, the fruit had decayed prior to this reporter visiting the scene, and he cannot, in all good faith, confirm or deny this story.
Lord, oh yeah, Tragedy on Hortensia Island, and this is from 1894. So, and the book was, if we can just go back and see when the book was, just so we have the perspective when we're reading. This book was 1875, so a generation before, right? So not 1894. Lord Eamon O'Brien, Lady Isabella O'Brien, and their daughter-in-law Miranda died late last night in a boating accident off the south coast of Cork. They were traveling from their home on the island of Hortensia to the nearby village of Lispatrick when the engine of their boat exploded. Horrified locals, including the Lord's son Connor, watched the horrible scene unfold from the shore. By the time rescue parties reached the scene of the explosion, the boat had sunk. The family's bodies were recovered from the water. There were no survivors. Lord Connor O'Brien is reported as inconsolable. He sounds like a villain. The accident is all the more tragic as Miranda and Connor were recently blessed with the birth of their first child, Michael. Thankfully, he was on the island in the care of his nanny at the time. Oh, right. Oh, I see. So Connor and Miranda were married, and thankfully, he was on the island in the care of his nanny at the time. May God bless their dearly departed souls. So, and the current Lord O'Brien is Connor, Lord Connor, and he would now be Lord O'Brien with the death of his father, Lord Eamon O'Brien. That's really odd and sad.
All right, so there's one from August 24th of 1894.
Same time. Yeah.
Lord of Hortensia Island missing. Royal Irish Constabulary officers are searching for Lord Connor O'Brien of Hortensia. Islanders say that he has not taken the death of his wife or his parents well. House staff have noted that suitcases and some traveling clothes are missing. The Lord's manservant Jacob is also reported as being absent, and it is assumed that he is with the young Lord.
Missing Lord returns. Lord Hortensia, who has been missing since 1894, miraculously reappeared at Cork Harbor this morning. He disembarked from a steamer which had recently arrived from Rio. He was well tanned and had not had a shave in some time, but otherwise appeared perfectly healthy. He refused to speak to the press, but the following statement was issued by his lawyers, Gibson, Murphy, and Dowd. After the death of my family, I suffered a complete mental breakdown. I ran away from the situation and have spent the last 3 years living in South America. I apologize for the distress I have caused to my beloved island tenants, and I can assure them that I bring new ideas which will bring great prosperity to all of them. I am particularly looking forward to seeing how big my son has got and resuming my responsibilities as a father. Oh, wonderful.
And
the lords of deadbeat.
what year are we in now then?
1924.
So the son would be now 30 because he was newborn in 1894. Is that right?
About, more or less, yes.
Right, and there's one final one which I will read. This is from May 14th, 1899. Island access restricted. Against the wishes of Court Counsel, Lord O'Brien has restricted all access to the island of Hortensia. Only those who receive express written permission from the Lord may now dock on the island. The Lord states that he cannot risk important research relating to his island's plantations falling into his competitors' hands. The Council are seeking legal advice on this matter and hope to resolve the issue shortly. And that, I promise, is the end of the handouts here. You can discuss as you wish.
So Cork, is that in Northern Ireland? I thought it was in the southeast of regular Ireland.
It is in the south of Ireland. You'll have to travel down there.
So his island, okay, right. And so Hortensia is off the coast of Cork. That's very interesting, isn't it?
Well, sounds like we'll probably have to arrange some passage. But how are we to get onto the island if we're not permitted?
Do you think we can get an invitation?
Suppose it's worth a try.
Yeah, at least we could do is try.
If we can send a letter, maybe we can express that we found one of the certain fruit. Maybe that would concern him if
I
they
think
did.
it must be happening over the years, and he must have, and he described it as hoku, isn't it, before? So I don't think he'd be very friendly. You just think, oh, it's just more
Well, I figure
troublemakers trying.
if he was trying to keep it under wraps, do we think that maybe he would be interested in finding out how one of them arrived on the shore of Ireland?
I suspect he knows.
Oh,
His Because if he went to, let's say he went to South America and he went to this place and he got some soil or something or other from this area, then he'd probably have known that there was a curse associated. Maybe not, I don't know. But I think we ought to, I would suggest that we can say, maybe do an article about the Hortense miracle, saying that this and looking at how Lord O'Brien has turned his life around after great adversity as kind of a role model for how one can deal with setbacks and tragedies in life. And
Maybe Colm could say that he wants to nominate him for
a prize or something, yeah.
sainthood or something through the
Yeah,
church.
I mean, is he religious? I don't get the impression that he is. But I think that if I go to my newspaper and say, look, there's been no, here are some articles about this, about Lord O'Brien, but there hasn't really been an article focused on him directly and what he's, the great stuff that he's done with his life over the last 20 years. And I mean, I suspect that he wants privacy, and we need to say that we're not looking to muckrake here. We're not looking to change what's happening there. So discretion is important. But let's that would be my suggestion as to how to
yes,
how to
flattering
get an
things is
invite.
good.
Yeah, flattering things and sort of. He also had concern for his son at the time when he was coming around there, and it'd be interesting to meet the son. Maybe I mean, the son is 30. Do we know what he's doing? This is. One might also look, given this is Anglo-Irish aristocracy, one might look in Burke's Peerage or something. Maybe there's an Irish version of Burke's Peerage, or Who's Who, because these, both the father and the son, are kind of significant people, and there might appear in a biographical encyclopedia. It's the kind of thing they would have at that time, a Who's Who. Is there anything on that?
No, we'll say you look it up. You don't find any information on him having any new children or
No
anything.
new. Okay, fine. So, what do you think? Can I interest the editor of the Irish Times in commissioning such an article?
So that's your plan. You want to get your.
That's my plan.
Okay.
And then if he says no, then we can, go down there and sort of sneak on by night in the usual clandestine way. Or maybe we do both. I mean, maybe 4 of us is too many to go on this fact-finding mission. Maybe I go with someone else while the other 2, pursue other things.
I
For
think it
example,
does make good sense that the churchman would go with you to investigate the miracle.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the other 2, maybe let's explore what the reputation of this guy is on the mainland first. because there's got to be a port where his stuff is shipped in, and to find out just how he's perceived.
I'm going to have to say no to that, Sean. I don't want you and our dear churchman going off on your own to this place. We've in our adventures we've seen too many things go south too quickly. So I would say yes, definitely do try to get an invitation and mention perhaps that you would be bringing, let's say, security. I'm sure we can pass our dear Bryant off as security as well, but certainly I make sense in that way. Security
Right.
for
I mean,
for the good churchman, if nothing else.
I am a good churchman. Thank you.
are you a Protestant?
God, I can't remember what the answer I gave was before.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Because that's significant.
I thought you were
Belfast.
Catholic, but maybe I made that up.
Oh yeah, no, wait, I do believe that she actually mentions him being Catholic.
Okay. Well, that's good then. I'm not sure that people have security at this point in time. Are there troubles going on? Is there
Yes, the troubles are very much going on. So if we Jimmy will say if we say that he's a bit more of a important churchman, then perhaps he actually is
okay.
someone who can
I'll buy that.
confer sainthood potentially, or at least report as such.
It'd be yeah. I mean, and it wouldn't be conferring, but it would have to go up the chain, wouldn't it? I mean,
Of course,
all the way
yes.
all the way to the Vatican in the end. But this has the whiff of miracles, certainly.
Yep. Starts
So
with a small tip.
can I get a commission from the editor of the Irish Times for this article?
Yeah, we'll say you bring this before your editor, and he says he will send out a telegram to the man to see if he responds.
Yeah, that way it's official, isn't it? It's not just a few people poking around. But yeah, so what happens?
All right, we'll say a little time goes by, and then you are called back by your editor, Sean, and he gives you this.
Hmm.
Oh ho, so it's all planned.
Of course.
You think of everything. Right, let's all get on a boat train.
Being a mystery
To
game master
Liverpool.
takes a lot of work.
We need to do research in the British Museum.
There you go. That's what your editor
London.
hands you.
Please attend John Maddox at the Medicu Arms in Lispatrick on the morning of the 29th of April, and he'll make arrangements to have you brought over. Please show this letter to John, always with your bona fides on arrival. Well, that's very good. Tangsay oranges, freshly picked on the island. So, are you?
Right.
What day is it right now?
It is the 26th, Saturday. So you have 3 days to plan. You need to get there in the morning.
Well, I think we ought to get there the night before, at least, so that we
That's
can
what I think
ask
too.
around in Lispatrick
that works
about
too.
the reputation of this. What's going in Ortansey? Seem
Yes.
fair? We'll go down. Hopefully, I can get an advance from the editor of this story.
Give me a persuade.
Well, that's not very good. That certainly fails. Right. Let me see if I can find some other way to do it. I mean, normally he would give an advance. Maybe he's a bit dubious, but he is interested for the story to proceed. He just won't give an advance. I mean, I need an advance on expenses because we need to travel down there at the very least. I think it's normal. Let me see on what other criteria I might
You have 60
use.
persuade.
Yeah, but I got 83.
Oh.
So I'm certainly not going to use intimidate.
So you want to push the roll, is what you're saying.
No, I'm certainly not going to do that. Although, I mean, what is my persuade is normally 60.
I'm going to say you failed. Your editor, he's he doesn't really think there's that much here. He's just kind of maybe get the idea. He's just kind of humoring you. He's like sainthood and all this other stuff. He's not.
Right. I'm going to try a charm. I don't want to push it. push the persuade, but I'd like to do a charm, if that's possible, which is not bad. It's 45 or something.
Well, I'm going to
If
say
that doesn't work,
you failed your roll, so yeah, if you do something else, it's a push. You're pushing it.
it's a push whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll push the persuade then.
All right.
And do I need to come up with a reason why?
Yeah, you
I
have to
think I do
definitely
need to.
justify it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to sort of point to the other articles that I've written in there, and also the fact there's been a number of articles in the Irish Time over the years that
Right.
have worked on that.
You bring up your past, and he gives you a second chance to make your point.
And the second one has failed as well. So it kicks us out the office.
Yeah, you get thrown out of the office. He's like,
All
don't
right.
don't come back
Fair
for a
enough.
while unless you have something really solid. I want to see you again. Get out of here.
Okay, fine.
So unfortunately, you're back up. Whatever help you could have gotten with the
Okay,
newspaper is
look
not.
what professional reverse I have undergone for you guys on my team, all in the cause of this thing. Lucius owes me. Anyway,
Yes.
fair enough.
Oh my god.
I mean, do you want to talk to Lucius?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do we do? Well,
Okay, so guys, you are in the preparation phase. You're about to go down to Les Patrick. It'll be quite a while.
Yep.
So, do you have any plans? Are you bringing anything? You are going to an island, so it's not like you're just going to the store or something.
Right? Yeah. Jimmy will load up on ammo as usual. May try
how far
to
is... Oh, sorry.
may try to procure some explosives, just considering the level of paranoia I am at this point.
Okay.
Some
You probably,
dynamite.
all right, you have a little bit of dynamite with you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just to
I
be
will
safe.
also have restocked my ammo since the last
Yeah.
time I used my weapon. I will bring Spirits of the Sea with me, which is the book that I found that describes monsters. I think
Well, you studied it quite a bit.
I think I've already studied it quite a bit. I don't know if I can even gain any more from it. I think
No,
I'm
I don't think so.
because I think it was, well, maybe I'm not. I thought it was up to 30 that I can learn from it.
I think it was 25.
Oh, 25. Okay. So oh yeah, that's right. It was. So yeah, I'm not gonna actually try to like read it and gain more mythos
Mm.
knowledge. I'm just gonna have it with me. And I definitely, even though it's not time yet, I definitely am gonna put the Morrow ward on whatever boat we charter.
Okay, you'll have
Yes.
that in mind, all right. And for minister, I mean, you do have high drive auto. I assume you have some kind of vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know what vehicles are common all the time, but
I mean, we'll just say you have a Model T to make it easier for everybody to worry exactly what it is. You probably had one. I mean, you have a high credit rating, so you probably have a nice car imported or something.
probably. But I'm not familiar with cars at the time, so we'll just of the time period, so we'll just say a nice car.
Fits plenty of people.
Yeah, it'll fit all four of you for sure.
It even has a
Oh.
seat for the doctor that says I'm a doctor.
It's a seat with
He'll be so mad that he missed that then.
the seat's got a lot of extra restraints on it.
Yeah, that one has a lot of restraints on it.
Seatbelts weren't even common at this time, but we've got plenty for you, Doctor. Gotta make sure you stay nice and safe. Oh my goodness. Okay. Jimmy's gonna
Okay.
get one of those nice fancy newfangled flashlights, so we don't have to carry a stinking lantern around.
All right, you have a flashlight.
Rope.
Rope.
Yeah.
How far away? Well, number one, I'd like a map, a good map of the area. And the kind of things I'd be looking at is how far away is it from the mainland?
The island is 2 miles away from the harbor down at Les
Okay.
Patrick.
How good is my swimming? If necessary, if we were stuck on the island, could we get off, or could one of us get off?
I definitely would call for a swim roll to go 2 miles in the water, the open water.
I've only got the base 20, so I don't imagine that would be easy for me to do.
Yeah.
But I
I got
mean,
30.
So yeah, it's definitely where you'd have in your mind what happens if you get stuck on the island.
Okay. Well, what I would certainly pack then is a couple of inflatable buoyancy aids that roll up into a relatively small thing. Because at the limit, if you've got a buoyancy aid, then can just paddle for a couple of hours to cover 2 miles. It's not that exhausting.
It'll save you some energy for sure.
So save a lot of energy, and it might give a bonus dice on a swim roll if we ended up doing it.
Yeah, I'll say bonus die. It's got to be
So I'll bring
rolls.
a couple of those. Yeah. Otherwise, I've just got my normal, bag ready to go at any moment as a journalist, ready to go to hop around, and that will include things like compass and flashlight with extra batteries, and my notebooks, camera, magnifying glass. Do I lockpick? Let's just remind ourselves if I
no idea.
lockpick. Probably
Yeah.
not.
I mean, you have 20, which isn't great, but I guess you've done
20.
it a few times.
Yeah, well, I bring my sort of lockpicking kit in there. So that's what we'll do.
Okay. And then we'll say the minister shows up with his car and he's ready to take you all down. You load up your, I guess, suitcases or valises or whatever they are into the back, and off we go down to the village of Lispatrick. All right, and you guys wanted to what, show up the day before? I mean,
Yeah, so we can have them.
Be
I mean,
nice
why
and
not?
early, I
You
suppose.
okay,
know?
so you prepared, then you traveled for a day. We'll make it the 28th. All right, we fast forward 2 days. We get down to the village of Lispatrick. It's a small village. You see about 2 dozen or so houses. There's a small pub and a harbor. You see a small crane at the far end. The village is pretty well kept, and the houses are nice. You even see like a small coal generator providing electricity and street lighting for the village. There are 6 fishing boats in the at the dock, and then you do see the pub as you all enter in.
Has it got accommodation?
I believe it does at the pub, which I've already forgotten the name of the inn.
Montague Arms?
Yes, that. Yes, it's like a tavern you can stay in as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
Can we stay? Happy to split a room?
All right, you enter in, and there's a large man. He's maybe about 30. He says, "I'm John Maddox. It's quite a few of
Thank you
you.
very much.
May I
Yeah.
ask what you're doing in our village?"
Oh, we're planning to go to Hortense.
That's
Island.
restricted. Do you have paperwork?
Oh, yes. Yes, we're meeting a gentleman tomorrow who'll be taking us over.
This is, I believe, the gentleman. You said you were John Maddox?
Man, he says, "Paperwork, please."
You must be
Yeah.
the greeter for the town then.
Well, I just handle things for Lord O'Brien. He's made us quite wealthy with his business.
Oh, that's good to
Oh.
hear. So is fishing that's still like a main source of income, or do people just kind of do that for fun now?
Oh, that's still a good source of income, but Lord O'Brien's business helped quite a lot as well. He's a great man.
Not to derail the conversation, but what time do the men normally head out?
You will be heading out tomorrow morning.
Well, I
Yeah,
think he
so
means
we've-
for the fishing.
The fishermen, yeah. What time do they go? Are they early morning?
Uh, Whenever they wish, I suppose. Why?
Oh, I just thought
Yep.
I'd like to go see how they see them off a bit. I think I've become interested in the ocean and the goings on, but I suppose we've got enough to think about.
Well, we've got the best part of the day here, so we get a chance to wander around and get a feel for what's going on, and to ask other people who are not necessarily in Lord O'Brien's employ.
Oh, yes, correct. I don't have the paper on me. Did,
I
I
have-
assume Sean has the letter.
invitation?
It's showing it.
Yeah.
And also a copy of the telegram that was sent from the Irish Times. So it's clear that this is an official thing.
All right, you guys will head over tomorrow, 8 in the morning. We'll ferry you over to the island. You can enjoy the day until then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the O'Briens are a great family
Yes, well,
of this area. How about the Montagues? Are they still around? Are the noble family after whom this pub was named?
I don't believe so. I think it's just the name.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't name a pub without there being a family associated with it. It's even if it's not local, maybe but anyway, that's a piece of history which may go back a long time. But I just wondered if there was something else to that name.
No, we do it mostly with the Bryant. Yeah, he's been a benefactor of our village for generations.
Did he ever mention what he did in what was it, South America? I've always been curious about that. Not much was in those articles that we found.
I couldn't say anything about that. I
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
mean, you're going to meet the man. You can just ask him yourself.
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
ask ourselves.
Definitely.
Okay, is there any freshwater fishing in the around here? I might, if I could rent a rod, then it'd be nice to go out and get
Yeah.
some fresh air,
Yeah, feel
catch a
free.
fish or two.
That's
Thank
what you want to
If I
do.
catch something, I'll bring it back and someone can have it for dinner.
He kind of just seems to absentmindedly forget about you guys and goes back to what he's doing for.
Sure, good, yeah. So the goal is to do a little fishing, but really it isn't. The goal is to sort of meet some other locals and to get some candid impressions of the O'Brien family.
All right.
So can I make a fishing roll and can I make a
Fishing roll?
Fishing for information.
yeah?
Fishing for info.
All right. There are definitely villagers
Arts and
around.
crafts fishing.
I'm not sure I have fishing as a skill, but I mean it's a natural
Exactly.
thing that people would have done. I mean I've got firearms, but I'm not going to shoot the fish.
Unless
Cormac.
Will you give me
Let-
15% on my fishing ability?
Yeah, I'll give you
How's
50%.
so I do want to participate in this because
Yeah, feel
I
free.
I could attract fish, so I want to do that.
Oh, really? How'd you do that?
I don't say that, but it's
Yeah.
an ability that my character has.
Do I
That
get a
is
bonus
cool.
die on it then? If you're around with me.
Okay.
Oh,
Except the keeper. Yeah. The
Well,
fish are
first.
plentiful. I'm
Okay,
a
so
good luck
Sean starts going fishing, and then Bryant walks up to next to you, Sean, and it will cost you 2 magic points. I guess he does like a little chant under his breath. He's waving his hands a bit. I will need you to roll a 1d100.
Yes. A 46.
All right, and
Oh,
it takes
my.
a couple minutes go by. Sean, you're probably looking at what is he doing? And then about 46. I guess you can't count that fast, but a bunch of fish come up,
Oh, well,
dozens
that's
of
good.
them, right where you're at.
So
You know?
my bonus die, which I just rolled, actually means that the second time it's a success. I got 14 out over 50 out of 50.
Yep.
If I'm able to use that bonus die
Oh yeah.
from the fish attractor thing, and I'm looking at this at my colleague very curiously now. Why are all these fish coming along? Did you throw some bread in when I wasn't looking?
Yeah, I chummed the water a little bit, so to speak.
Well, anyway, so we got a couple of nice fish here that we can take back to the cafe, to the pub later on for dinner. But in the meantime, I'm wandering around, maybe try going to a couple of shops. Maybe so how do I progress this investigation?
So you just want
Maybe
to
go
like
to the
you just want to
I'm just
find a
wandering
villager.
around.
You just want to
Yes,
chat up
try
a
and speak
villager.
to villagers.
All right, we'll say you maybe just stop a young woman. She talks to you and just chat her up. What are you going to say to her?
Well, I mean, I'm going to chat her up in the usual way, and then I'm going to sort of ask, lovely weather, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
How nice to visit this beautiful place. And what do you do for yourself? But in there, I'm also going to ask a few questions about Ortanze Island and about when I mention Ortanze Island, how does she respond? Is it positive or negative?
It's pretty clear she doesn't want to talk to you about it, so you're going to need a social skill roll.
Okay, well, I'll try my famous persuade skills, which you've seen so successfully used with the editor. Oh God, and I've failed again.
She starts to
Oh
walk
no.
away.
Right. Well, never mind. That's okay. Find someone else. There's got to be more than one villager around.
Well, I'm afraid
Let's
it's going
try.
to be a push if you try again, as you failed. Because none of them seem to want to talk to you about it. You get the feeling that nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, oh, I'm feeling like
All
this
right.
is maybe like one of those, words travel fast in a small village type of thing.
I mean, you're strangers in town. You've been
Yeah, they're
looted.
like,
They've
this
all
guy's
seen
asking
you.
about O'Brien.
Okay, fair enough. No problem.
Jimmy's walking around.
All right.
I would like to try and like basically read the people without talking to them and just
That's
kind of
a
walk around and, you
that's a
know,
psychology roll, yeah.
yeah. Just try to, get a feel as to whether they're happy or not, whether there's any discontent, why they're so suspicious of strangers, that sort of thing. Just the feel of the place. That's what Jim's gonna do because, he's too ugly to talk to people.
Uh,
That is a success.
You're right. You have high psychology, jeez.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can tell that the villagers are very like mistrustful of you guys. They don't want to speak to you. It's pretty clear they have a loyalty towards O'Brien.
Hmm.
Although what exactly
about what
why
They
or
they
other
seem
than
pretty content in their lives. They don't have any
yeah, you
um
don't sense any like fear or any like wild insane thing going through the village. It's just a bunch of strangers in town asking questions about their benefactor.
yeah.
huh.
About what time is it?
I think I have it at 11. Yeah, 11 in the morning or afternoon.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, we got a bunch of mistrustful villagers that don't really seem to want to talk about their benefactor.
Yeah, Jimmy
Um,
would probably, after walking around a while, would fill Sean in about, just kind of like what his read is on the people.
yeah, does Colm have anything?
Yeah, what's
Uh,
Colm doing today?
You haven't tried anything, so if you'd like to try something, you may.
do they have a it's like how likely is it that a village this small has a library?
Maybe we could say they do, because like from my information from the book, it just says it has 20 houses, a small pub, and a harbor. That's why anything else we could just decide is there.
Uh, gotcha.
There's like a room in the like town hall that has
That probably works.
has some books in it.
Oh my God.
Probably.
Uh, so they're just kind of avoiding us, right?
Yeah, they don't seem to really want you here.
Yeah,
Uh, I could try to listen to,
Eavesdrop?
yeah,
Ooh, drop
eavesdrop on
some eaves.
conversations. Can
yeah.
I try eavesdropping to see if I gather any
Yeah, go ahead. Give
interesting
me a listen.
information? Okay, hard
Hard
success.
success. All right, we'll say something that would be very interesting. You do hear that they're a bit worried that there's a minister here because the people on the island have forsaken the church, and they haven't had a church on the island, a priest on the island in years.
I'll bring that back to y'all. Just seems they're worried about potentially having a minister on the island since they forsake the church a while back.
Um, Forgive me, Colm, because I don't know the ins and outs of your particular faith. Is it blasphemous at all to deny your station?
Out of character, I'm not entirely sure. In character, I am very tempted to say yes.
Just whatever you want it to be.
Uh, what was the question again? Just to make sure that I'm
I was
interpreting it right.
I was asking if in your religion it would be considered blasphemous to deny the fact that you're involved in the church.
Uh, oh,
So basically, like, not mention that you're a priest and don't look like one when we go to the island.
Oh, right. To pretend not to be because they're concerned about it.
Yeah,
I
turn your collar
suppose
the other way round or something.
I suppose it wouldn't be, but why wouldn't I?
Well, I believe somebody said something about sainthood in the letter that you sent to the Lord.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did that without knowing, yeah. Well, that is interesting though, because he did reply, so he didn't seem thrown off by that. Though, because the Lord did reply to our letter, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe he's fine with it. So maybe that's a moot point.
but maybe to the people on the island, like the regular people, the
Sure.
villagers.
Sure.
Maybe just don't dress it up, bring it forward. I don't know. There's a lot of religious discontent in the land. Maybe they
Huh.
just want to stay out of it, you know? I don't know.
I got a feeling this has something to do with his wife and kid.
Maybe. Uh, I guess a more thorough answer is unethical for me to do so, but so long as we all never brought this up again after the fact.
Well, I don't want to ask you to do something that's gonna make you, I don't know, feel like you need to, make amends for it or anything.
No,
I was just
I don't.
shooting out at some ideas. I think maybe later,
I mean, it is a good idea.
I
later on.
don't think that you should necessarily lie. But again, maybe don't.
Sure,
You
not, yeah,
know,
lie about it, right?
don't do what Philip would do and be like, "I am a priest."
Right, yeah. I'm a priest, and as a priest,
I, as a priest, I believe you should be exercised.
um,
Exactly that.
Bryant is kind of waiting for things to get a little bit later on in the day when people would be visiting the pub in the evening. Bryant's plan is to insert himself into that and buy people more drinks than they planned on drinking.
Good plan.
All right, Brian, they see you start trying to socialize with them. They all start to they avoid you. They move away from you.
Fair enough.
Man, all a bunch of Debbie Downers.
Trying to flex my credit rating. They don't care.
Don't worry, I care about your credit rating.
You have good credit rating too.
I do. I do.
Very rich priest.
As
How
an
else am I
apparently
supposed to buy a new
itinerant
car?
priest, though, this may be why he stays rich, is he relies on other friends who are
Never spend your own money.
rich.
Something pocket the tithe.
Never stop tithing.
Remember, kids, if you don't tithe, you go to hell.
Oh man, ABT, always be tithing.
Alright, we're late in
But
the evening. The
it's horrible.
villagers are clearly not one associating with you.
Yeah, Bryant at some point will step out and kind of just admit defeat in this endeavor at the very least. He's been smoking like a chimney the whole time, but he's definitely smoking like a chimney on some picturesque cliff overlooking the sea, of which he is now more deeply fascinated than ever. Um, and he'll just kind of contemplate the future trip tomorrow morning and think to himself about sort of, I guess, mental game plans. He's a cautious person, and he likes to have, a plan laid out. But he realizes that he's flinging himself into an unknown here, and there's no two ways about that.
Alrighty, are we ready to advance the time, or do you guys want to do anything else?
Yeah, let's
don't-
move on to the morning.
Mhm.
For me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to do some writing or whatever.
All right. Make it eight in the morning. All right, John Maddox waits for you, sees you all in the in the tavern. He says, "Well, you all ready to come along? The ferry will take you over. All right, he'll bring you to the boat. Everyone's in the ferry. They get ferried over. As the boat approaches the island, notice a very marked rise in temperature. And by the time you reach the dock, it's about 20 degrees warmer than back in this patchwork.
How many magic points does my Morrow ward take? Because I'm definitely doing that before we set out.
Oh, right. You did say that.
I think
Even
it's
if you weren't planning on putting it there, this is what Bryant would do.
I think it's in the chat somewhere.
This is fair.
It is 1 minute to chant and 4 magic points.
All right, for MP. It's also going to be kind of important for me to actually know what my current MP is, so that's why.
Yes, it is important for you to know that.
You recover the ones that you used the day before.
Yeah, you get one back per hour, so he spent the night sleeping, so
Yeah,
he was
so
at
nice.
full before
So
that.
good for that part of it. Yep.
All right, you probably do that while the boat's in the in the water, or
Yeah, sure. Like as soon as we aboard, because I have to scratch it into something.
Mhm.
So I would imagine that basically this nearest opportunity, probably before we've even embarked or disembarked or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing is, at some point, I'd like to ask Sean if he carries a pistol with him or something to defend himself, because I know the rest of us do.
Yes,
Oh, that's true. This is the first time you're meeting Sean.
I
It's been a
carry
while,
my
so I
good
don't
faith
remember.
around.
I don't know. I mean, it's a dangerous part of the world, potentially with the troubles going on. But we Irish, we're not very, normally we wouldn't carry firearms around. I don't know. What do you think, Keeper? Do I have a gun?
I would say you don't, because when I asked for the preparation, you didn't include a gun. So
Yeah, I think I don't.
you
I
also
mean,
don't
I
have
think
any
I
gun
have
skills, so you probably don't think in those terms.
no. I
Right.
think I have a knife. A knife is a reasonable pocket knife is a
Yeah,
is a
you can
reasonable
have
thing to
pocket knife.
carry. Yeah.
Yeah.
A knife is a good start for sure. Well, just so you know, I do carry a gun with me, and I know that the others of us do as well. If you don't know your way around one very well, then it's probably best you don't have one. But
Yeah.
I just figured I'd let you know in case something takes me down. You can always try to grab it off me.
No problem.
Well, if we're uneventful, then what happens when we who greets us when we arrive at the island?
Yep, as the conversation ends, the boat drops you off in an idyllic fishing village. There's some women mending nets in the bay. There's a group of older teens are chasing around the young women, and they're acting somewhat obscenely. And the one who greets you is a well-tanned, middle-aged gentleman. He's quite nicely dressed. Was sitting behind the pier. You probably saw him as you were slowly sailing there, and he comes up and introduces himself. Well, hello, I'm Jacob Hart.
Put those
Yeah.
away. I'm Bryant Morrow.
Welcome to our little island here. May I see your documentation?
Oh, sure. We came with what was our man's name? McCullough?
Colin.
Maddox.
Yeah,
Maddox.
Maddox.
Did he come
Maddox.
with us, or did he send us off by ourselves?
Yeah, we'll say he was on the boat and he's starting to sail back now.
Oh, okay.
Wave to him. Wave.
Bye. I thought
Bye.
Maddox was our pass. So did he give us something to present here, or?
Your documentation is the letter that you were
Okay,
sent
that's
by
just
O'Brien.
When are we planning to get back and how? Have we arranged the time later in the day and he's going to come back? Or are we planning to go back with some vessels, maybe delivering oranges and just hitch on that for the way back? What's our plan?
Brian Maddox didn't say anything about that to you, so he didn't give you any plan. You can
Yeah,
ask
but
Jacob,
now
but
as
I didn't think of
he's
it either.
leaving now, and
Probably
now
should have.
we've met the Lord. Before this guy goes, we ought to understand how long we're staying and what the plan will be to leave.
we'll just say that Jacob Harp stops you and he says, the boat will come back and bring you when you're ready to go. For now, you're here to meet the Lord.
Oh, you'll send for it. That's
Okay.
very convenient. Thank you.
There's telephone, is there? Or how do they communicate with the mainland? How is he to know when he's going to head off?
We have a telegraph system.
Telegraph. Okay. Good.
You're
It's a normal thing to want to organize, it's not
Yes.
unreasonable to sort exactly out this. There seems to be some diffidence. But okay, so it's flexible. That's great.
the diffidence is baked into the scenario. You're supposed to feel weird and out of sorts.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. I often forget these details and then I pay the price for forgetting them. So
Yeah,
there it is.
I feel that.
All right. Well, he looks at your documentation. Yes, you wanted to do a sort of a piece on the Lord to make him look better.
Yeah,
Yeah, public perception
sure.
is important.
It's remarkable what he's done here.
Yeah, he was amused by that, and he
Astounding
allowed you to
work.
come over. Well, we can forget about the religious stuff. That you can drop the religious angle.
You're not
Slowly put the Holy Bible back into my.
yeah.
Right, you still have your collar out, right, Colm?
Puts
Yeah.
the good book away.
You still have your collar on that he can see that you're a minister or a priest, right, Colm, or no?
I mean, not gonna lie about what I am.
All right, well, he says, well, I
Yeah.
mean, you are welcome here, but yeah, we don't. Well, you
I'll
can ask
just-
the Lord about this. These aren't questions for me. These are questions for the Lord, and he
I
knows more
will-
about the matter.
I will respect whatever he wishes. If he doesn't wish to talk about it, then we shall not talk about it.
So I'll get out my notebook. I'll start looking for first impressions.
Okay, once.
What is the first impressions that I have of looking around
Yeah,
this?
what you've landed in
this
is
island?
a small harbor in a village. It's been very well used. There are a lot of fishing and cargo boats are docked here, so that's another way you can get out if you want to steal a boat. And
Do you mind if I take any photographs here, just to be able to give you an impression of what's happening here?
he says, "Feel free."
Thank you. So I take a couple of snaps.
And while you're doing that, give me a spot hidden. Everyone can do that if they want.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Love spot hiddens.
The
Let's
village
see.
at the harbor, it's just kind of like over there. There's a pub, you see a grocer, you see a haberdasher, and there's about 30 or so small houses dotted about.
My spot hidden has failed.
Okay.
I got a big old fat.
Ah,
I got a success.
Hey, somebody can do it.
Okay.
That's the great thing about spot hidden. Someone can succeed.
Mhm.
succeeds.
All right, Cap, I'm
well,
pretty much backing up the religious thing. Maybe that catches your mind as you think. There are definitely no Christian symbols anywhere in this town, which is very
Okay.
strange for an Irish village.
Hmm.
just looking at the reflection in the water.
He says, "Well, whenever you're done with your pictures, I do have a carriage here. I can take you to the Lord's Manor. You can, of
Thank
course,
you.
ask me whatever you wish before then or during the ride. That's up to you."
Well, Bryant will ride in silence at the appropriate time.
Imp.
He doesn't have anything for this man to talk.
I
Jimmy
don't have
asks
Mhm.
the man if, do any of your villagers ever go to the mainland? Do you make deliveries,
Changes
or
in this
do
island
you wait?
yourself.
Do you wait for people to come to you and take the things like the fruit and whatnot?
Usually they come to us, we approve the buyers, which usually is what we get letters for. You're quite unusual, just wanting to talk about the Lord. He's, like I said, he's amused by all of this.
I think he's a fascinating figure.
He thinks it might help him with business. If you make him look better, you might get more buyers. So I guess it's kind of the same thing in the end.
And what were you saying, Sean?
So,
Hmm.
how old is this gentleman?
He's somewhere in his early 40s, maybe.
Okay, so he would have known this place as a boy before the Lord came back. So, maybe you can say, well, you've seen some changes on this island since in the last few years. It's really brought a lot of affluence to the place.
Yes, I've served with Lord O'Brien for many years, and I went with him to South America, where he picked up his
Oh, right. Oh,
new
you are
methods, we'll call
Caleb.
them. I'm his manservant, I guess you can call me.
Oh, wow. That's I've never been to South America, or indeed, I've never been beyond England, really. That must have been a great experience.
Well, he went after he was in a bad state after the loss of his family. And it was pretty sad, somber, but he recovered himself and he brought back some new methods, and well, you have what you see here.
You must have been very important to him over these years as not just as a as a servant, but kind of as a companion.
Well, of course, I'm his right-hand man, you can say.
And it's the thing that will fascinate our readers is that somewhere in Ireland, where it never stops raining, and it's generally cold and dreary and cloudy, that the climate here is now able to support the cultivation of tropical fruits, and it's beautiful here. Is there a special kind of soil, or how has that happened?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you about that. That would be secret techniques that our competitors would use.
Okay,
Right,
fair
but
enough.
when you were a
you-
boy here, was it always like this? I guess is my question.
No, this is a result of what he brought back with him, the methods from his journey
Okay.
to South America.
I'll have to do some research on their agricultural techniques.
Mhm. Sorry, Sean, go ahead. I just had that question in my head.
No, I mean, and I'm gently asking these questions, but I'm not sort of aggressively asking. So it's perfectly okay if he sort of doesn't want to say. I'm sort of nodding and say, I completely understand. But you understand from my point of view, these are the questions I have to ask.
Oh, I know, it's fine. You can ask them.
Yep.
It's pretty clear he doesn't
Uh,
want to answer them.
Sure. Looking around as we're going up through the village, does it look like affluence has extended to the village? Are there sort of new cottages or new extensions on the cottages? And are people dressed well? Or
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're being paid pretty well. Everyone seems happy.
right.
You don't see like any sign of troubles. There's no like fear. Everyone's happy, running around, living their lives.
Okay. Let's no more questions, Your Honor.
All right, we're in the carriage and it winds its way out of the village. I'll just relate some of this stuff as you were going through. Jacob was just kind of talking about the virtues of the island. It's you can see that he's really like just doing it up. It's probably mostly nonsense or embellished. But he does warn you, and he says, "There's one thing I forgot. There are lots of snakes here. You need to be very wary of the little black ones with the yellow bellies. They are quite lethal.
Venomous?
Gosh.
Oh yes, very venomous.
Well,
Uh,
are there any others that are deadly or?
Well, we have all sorts of snakes, but the little black ones with the yellow bellies are the most lethal. The ones you gotta watch out for.
Did they come from South America as well?
Yes, they're a result of the methods we use here, transforming this island
Gosh.
the way we have. And
Oh,
Must
the
be
snakes
careful.
are a method. They're not just an invasive species.
well, they came back with this from their trip, I guess. And they took root here. And the conditions are good to them.
So,
I guess there are no natural enemies here in Ireland. There's nothing that has evolved to eat snakes.
the
Yeah.
famous Irish mongers.
Do we see any other creatures as we go, Keeper?
Any what?
Creatures, wildlife, anything that's not a snake?
No.
Okay, interesting.
just a lot of snakes.
I think Jimmy will ask, what do you do to protect against these snakes locally? You live
We
here.
we have developed an anti-venom. Every villager carries one, so if you ever get bit, just ask one and they'll give it to you.
All right.
Do you have
Good to
any
know.
cows on the island to get milk, for example?
No,
No, okay.
we can import that stuff from out if we need it.
Is there and there's no potato fields like one would expect,
Oh no, only tropical fruit here, sir.
only the tropical fruit. It's too warm for potato, probably.
Incredibly warm.
Yeah. I undo my coat.
You guys are probably starting to sweat a bit if you came dressed normally.
Roll up my sleeves.
Yeah, because all the
Really?
villagers are barely clothed. But
Does my outfit come with the tearaway sleeves?
I don't know, does it?
In the 1920s, like it was Velcro sleeves and just tear them off.
Kind of minister are you? For a wrestling minister?
I could have gone pro had I not joined the church.
Oh, man.
As we get near the edge of the village, you pass through like a shell of an old building, and on the doorstep of this building, there is a young woman. She's holding a baby in her arms. She's crying softly. And as the carriage passed, she looks up, and through her tears, she pretty much looks at Jacob and says, They won't take her away. She's mine. She's mine." And she's pointing, and Jake
Pointing to us or to the baby?
pointing at the carriage. And Jacob shouts, "Agnes Hughes, you know it has to be this way." And the woman, she glares at him with clear anger in her eyes. She spits towards the carriage and she runs off into the village with the child in her arms.
It's a living child. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it moving around.
Happening.
Jacob looks a little embarrassed and he says the Magdalene sisters are coming for the baby, and Agnes is a bit slow these days, and the baby's better off in their care.
Mm.
The who is coming?
The Magdalene sisters, two women who take care of the baby.
Well, who are they?
They're villagers.
Oh, they raise all the children on the island.
Well, no, but they're gonna take this one because Agnes can't care for her.
Oh, what's wrong with Agnes?
She's a little slow.
Where's the
Old.
father?
But there's no father.
Immaculate conception. You hear that, Colm?
Ah,
No, sir,
brother,
I didn't go that
sounds
far.
like we have the second coming of Jesus.
Are there other
Go ahead.
are there other kids running around?
Yeah, you see
There's
people of
no
all ages
absence
in
of
the.
kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a pub?
There was one back at the village, but you've left the village.
Okay. Yeah. Just trying to get an impression.
Hmm. All right,
Ah,
the carriage arrives at the mansion. The mansion is a Georgian character. There's simple large windows and a grand columned entranceway. The road up to the mansion was gravel and lined with palm trees. It's a two-store building, two-floor building. And as you get there,
right.
yeah, a man comes out. He's very well dressed. He's about the same age as Jacob Hart in his early 40s, presumably Lord Connor O'Brien. He comes down and he holds out his hand. Well, welcome to my visitors, and holds out his hand to whoever will shake it.
Yeah.
Bryant will shake it. He'll be one of the ones.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah.
I'm a journalist. I've been reading. I'd come across some fine Ortonsay produce. In it reaches Belfast, and I thought I read around and heard the story of your transformation of the island, and I thought that the readership of the Times could be very interested in this, and also, if you'll pardon me, you really suffered a terrible blow to your family a generation ago, and it's inspiring how you've recovered from that and have been able to build something very constructive out of your life. So I think it really can act as a moral inspiration to many of us who are living humbler lives as to what one can do if one faces adversity. So that was my thinking, your lordship, and really prompted my approaching the Irish Times. And thank you very much for responding charitably.
Well, no problem. It was quite amusing to think that you were going to do this. Most people just want business, but yeah, if you want to put out some good news about me, I would appreciate it. Although
Well,
there was
so
the talk of the Catholic sainthood, I don't think that's necessary.
no, wait a minute. You know we're living in Ireland. We're a very Catholic place, and there is interest in that, but there's no need to, if that's not a part of your story, then there's no
Yeah.
need to mention it.
If it is not something you want to talk about, then we shan't talk about it. Just as simple as that.
Yeah, I would leave religion, and I've left religion in the past.
I can understand that. I think many have through the Great War. You know, I mean, that's been a terrible experience for a generation, and for some, religion has been a consolation, but for others, it's really something to be left behind that people don't
Jimmy nods
see
at that.
how that people don't see how a loving God could have allowed the sort of the monstrous events that took place in Europe.
Yeah, well, suffice to say, I definitely don't want the sainthood.
Yeah,
We
that
don't,
was my editor. That was my editor.
I don't want to
Let's
stop
so
believing.
I mean, basically, I have a series of standard interview questions that one might put to someone about their sort of background and so on. And it'd be nice to have a tour of the event your facilities here, and really in your hands now. Perhaps we might have a tour, and you can say what you like, and then there's a few questions afterwards. Does that make sense, your lordship?
Well, I was going to invite you on for tea. I have also
Very
cigars
nice.
and some brandy if you partake. You would come into my
Yep.
smoking room with me.
Oh, I would love to
I'd
have some of your
be
cigars.
Right,
I'd be honored.
he leads you into his mansion and to the smoking room. There's a large comfy sofas everywhere and the huge fireplace. There's a large table that has the cigars and brandy there, and he kind of puts his hand in, help yourself.
Oh, wow. This is truly wonderful. I apologize for being, I suppose, maybe a little childish in my glee here, but I've been known to be a pipe smoker,
Ah,
connoisseur of fine tobaccos, but I have to admit that I've been curious about the cigar side of things, but I've remained sort of willfully ignorant. But but here in this fine room, could you show me the proper techniques?
As you lift up the cigar, you see that there's a strange symbol on it, same like a hieroglyph.
Oh, is it something occulty or?
Yeah, you try to think of it that way, and no, sadly, it's a maybe better suited for an archaeologist.
Ah, interesting. What do these markings indicate? Are these from Cairo?
Oh, they're just something I picked up in South America.
Oh, wow. Cool. Must be a unique thing. Wouldn't have reached my ears over in Belfast, but
Mm. And he pulls out a match and he lights your cigar for you. And I don't know the proper techniques for smoking a cigar, but I'm sure he does, and he
yeah,
shows it
he
to
does
you.
it the right way. Enjoy the shit out of that cigar.
And as you're smoking it and you look
Do
around, let's go. You see that there's a like
it,
a strange table.
A
oh,
strange table.
And on that,
Um,
I will take an occult roll. And you can tell what were you going to say, Sean?
I was just going to say, I'll ask him if he grows the tobacco on this island. It's so
No,
in this wonderful climate.
no, we don't. We just stick to the tropical fruit.
okay, I got
Failed
a
the cult roll.
regular success for a cult.
Okay, you see the. Let's see. Let me get split in. There's a large table, and then this is the table that all the stuff is sitting on. As you give it a closer inspection, you think it's stone, and there's like a single groove that's around its edge. It leads to a hole at one end, and you're pretty sure this was a sacrificial table, sacrificial altar of some kind.
Yeah, I knew it. Does it look like it's on a base that also has a way to contain blood, or does it look like it was placed in this room after it was built, just sitting there?
Yeah, it was definitely placed in the room after it was built.
Okay, so it would be reasonable to expect that this individual simply wanted to acquire it as an artifact and display it in their own home, as opposed to necessarily being used.
Yeah, that would be the normal the normal.
That's what a normal person would think. So of course Bryant thinks that they're going to sacrifice that woman's child on this table. But
Let your mind go where it goes.
I I I don't think Bryant could help but comment. It's like, oh, this is quite interesting. Also South American, I presume.
Do you mean the table?
The table, yeah.
Oh yeah, I brought it back with me. I thought it looked nice, and I sat it in here.
Oh, do you know its history?
Its history is there.
Yeah, yeah. You know what this type of table is?
Do tell.
Um, I would love to. I don't want to derail things too much if someone else wants to speak to you, but I think maybe it'll be something for a later date. We'll come back, smoke in this room. I'll tell you the full story. Um, they're ceremonial, though. They're very, very interesting. The history of them.
Ceremonial.
Yeah, right. Something that chieftains and medicine men would sometimes have for special occasions, ceremonies that would be performed upon these tables, but perhaps in other company. And he kind of looks to the others. You've noticed that Bryant is like strangely more talkative and strangely more clear about how he's speaking when he's talking about the occult. He gets
Right.
really excited and personable instead of so reserved and quiet.
Jimmy's looking at the bourbon.
Yeah.
Assume it comes
Yeah.
in a bottle. Is there any sort of like, is this a labeled bottle or is this decanted into like some sort of crystal decanter or something?
It was brandy, and yeah, it just looks like it's been put into a decanter.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the provenance of this liquor? It's quite good.
Oh, that's we imported off the island. It's just alcohol that we got. It's the nicest kind though.
Mm.
Hey, he drinks it in front of you, so he takes a little sip.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's definitely drinking some. He's like, this place already disturbs me.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers.
So, I mean,
Did you
please.
have your questions or?
Yeah, I mean, I had a few questions. I mean, by biographical, I don't want really to dwell in any way on the accident that took the lives of his
Yes,
family,
if I
unless
may,
he
I'd
wants
rather
to.
not discuss my family. They're all gone now.
Right. The only one I was curious about, who was mentioned in the articles, is your son. Is he still on the island?
No, he's gone now as well.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear
I'm
that.
sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Is there a new Lady O'Brien in the offing, or is that not something that you...
No, it's just been business with me lately.
I can understand. Work is a great consolation.
Indeed.
Mm.
Um, and we met your factotum, who you traveled to South America with. He rowed us up from the
Yes, Jacob has been very good to me.
from the shore. Yes, yeah. I mean, must have been very important as a source of strength during the very difficult period that you went through. How was it you ended up in South America?
Well, after losing my family, I was lost, and the only thing I could really think of doing, and I had the means to do it, so I traveled and I went everywhere, really. It's just South America was the most important because that's where I found these methods. Just get these plantations on my island here.
Right. And I mean, it's not just seeds. I mean, the climate here is now different from anywhere else in Ireland. And I'm sure many people will be envious, apart from all the wonderful fruit that you've been able to grow here, just for the ability to not have to wear an extra pair of socks in the winter. You know, I mean,
Mm.
you know what the regular Irish climate is like. So these methods, have you thought of expanding them further in Ireland? Um, you could be very popular if you were able to uh, give us something like, you know, the sort of the the Irish Riviera or something like they have in France or Italy. Is that a direction that you might expand?
I could certainly think of doing that.
Okay, so that's the general sort of tone that I'm trying to take with him. You know, I'm
Hmm.
not being aggressive in any kind of a way. I'm trying to ask to sort of comment on how it strikes me and ask him questions about which are not pushy. This is not a threatening interview in any kind of a way, but I'm careful listening to what he's saying to hear if I to hear about any gaps or any points. Is there anything interesting that he?
Do you want to make a
Uh,
psychology roll to read him, or?
yeah, why not? Yeah, well, that's probably the best thing to do here. It's my psychology. Well, I can push that with some luck for a success. I'll spend 9 luck on that.
But before you spend that, you need a hard
All right.
psychology roll to read this guy. He's
Oh no,
definitely,
no.
Oh.
as you're asking, he's definitely a master of like controlling himself. He's very reserved. Every word is like chosen carefully.
Okay. Um, and there's well, in that case, so be it. Is there any chance of a tour of the plantations?
Well, of course, I was going to offer. I just wanted to invite you in and
Yeah, yeah,
have a
very
chat with
nice
you first.
cigar. Thank you very much, and thank you for the tea.
He is he'll hand you a little. He'll say that well, I'm satisfied with my questions with you. You seem to be relatively on the up and up. Although what you're asking is a little silly, I must admit to its article and all that. But he gives you a little. We'll just say this is like a hand-drawn map that he gives you, and there's a little map of our island here. I'll give you a little tour, and at some point I'll release you, and you can wander around as you wish, as long as you keep to yourselves and behave yourselves. And as he's doing this,
Thank you.
there you start to hear like the running feet outside. You hear children shouting, and the door slams open, and there are two small children, a young
No.
girl and boy, and they burst into the room, and they're very excited and happy, but they look at O'Brien and they stop, they stare, they look at him, they stare at their feet. In unison, they say, "Sorry, sir." You can all tell that the Lord he doesn't seem to be angry, just maybe a little disappointed. And he says, "Children, you know I have guests. Now run along to your mother and stay quiet." They look a bit sad and they run out of the room.
Oh, you didn't need to send them away on our account. We're not anti-child. Do they normally allow the village children are allowed to come up and play around the place? That's
Well, they're
nice.
they're the children of one of my maids, Maeve.
Ah,
I
right.
allow them to live here, though I'd appreciate it they'd stay out of my smoking room.
That's true. It's not really a child room.
Not really a place for a child to be, yes.
All right, very well.
Yeah,
Are you all ready to?
already.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, and he starts taking to the front of the house, and he says, "Well, my island it has its own microclimate, and it's more than likely there'll be some short deluge as we travel around." And he gives everybody an umbrella, so you can add an umbrella to your inventory if you want.
Thank you.
Ooh.
And yeah, sure enough, as you walk right out, he says that a little drizzle starts to happen. It's not completely downpour, but it's a light drizzle.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
And he puts his up as well. He says, "Well, we'll do a little walk around the island instead of taking the carriage, and you can see."
Sure, yeah. I'm trying to be observant to see if I see any snakes. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
a little
I'm
nervous
also
about
gonna
that.
for snakes.
Yeah, but everyone who's worried about snakes can give me a spot hidden as we are traveling. That would just count as your spot hidden for snakes for the whole little
Oh, I'm
tour.
definitely worried about snakes.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about poisonous snakes? All right, never
Oh my
mind.
God, terrible.
What a strange
Okay,
island.
yeah.
Goodness.
I've
My
got a
spot
success on the
hidden.
spot hidden.
No. No.
The father can't spot the serpent.
Sorry to mention it.
Yeah. Yeah, as you are looking out for snakes, he does warn you. As you are, he says, I suppose Jacob has told you about to watch out for the little snakes, right? The ones with the yellow
Yes.
bellies. Okay, there we
Yes.
go. Well, I will repeat what he said. The villagers do have anti-venom. If you are bit, any one of them will give it to you without any issue. And he tells you to watch out for, fallen leaves. Don't step off the paths. Don't pass under any low-hanging branches. Who had their successes? Who had a failure? So did only Colm
think-
fail?
I think only
I had a
failed.
success.
Okay, so only Colm
Yeah.
failed. All right. As you walk through the island, you definitely see that there are many varieties of tropical fruit are being grown. There are many workers about picking produce and tending to the crops. There are small pickup trucks trundling slowly down paths. They're collecting full crates and taking them off to a packaging plant you see in the distance. And yes, with your spot hidden, there are snakes everywhere, and there are a couple times they do cross your paths. I mean, we have 3 successes, so it's fine. If any of them come near Colm, you probably just tell them, hey, watch out, man.
Yes, yes.
Although with your spot hidden, you also do know that all the workers and the Lord, they're not worried about these snakes at all. They happily step over them. They don't ever seem to want to harm them. It pretty much seems like they give the snakes credence. They let them pass in front of them. And the snakes, in turn, they don't show any signs of aggression to the villagers whatsoever. Although, as a few of you have got close into them, you've definitely, maybe there's been a little hiss, a little there and there, but you do make it through unharmed.
That's interesting because that says to Jimmy that they can tell we're different, which is weird. Like normally, an animal, if it's like super acclimated to humans, it wouldn't care if anyone was walking around. It'd be like, oh, humans
Yeah.
don't hurt me. So Jimmy's even more on edge. Yay.
Did we pass the thing called laboratory in our walk?
Yep, that seems to be where the Lord is taking you right now, actually. Already takes you to a building that's the little laboratory they have there. He invites you inside. He says, there's a man in there, maybe. There's also probably roughly 40s, 50s, like the other 2 people that you met. He introduces him as Dr. Jose Garcia, a horticulturalist and poisonous snake expert. He says he's from Mexico and he speaks Spanish, but he doesn't speak great English, so you'll have to be patient with him if none of you also speak Spanish.
No, I do not know
Nope.
that language. I'm afraid.
I'll ask the Lord. Has the doctor been with you since the beginning of your agricultural revolution, or did he join you later?
Oh, I got in contact with him over in the South America and I took him back with me. He was also interested in what I'm interested in, and he helped me build up the plantations here as well.
I say in slow English so he can understand. It's remarkable
Hmm.
what you've achieved.
He gives you a wide smile. Thank you.
What do we see in the laboratory, please?
Yep, you're in the main floor. I guess it's probably I probably said it's small. It's probably the building itself is small, but it's connected to a larger greenhouse, and you're in the main floor, and there is a small cooler office at the far end. The greenhouse is very, very uncomfortably hot. You see a bunch of plants that are at various stages of growth. There are There are lots of microscopes, there's lots of notebooks, and in the corner there is a hatch.
Hatch going down then into the ground, or
Yeah, it definitely seems to go down. It's just a hatch in the floor. It goes down somewhere.
And the structure we're in didn't seem to be built up at all.
Built
Like
up.
it's like flush to the ground, so it's not like it go into a crawl space probably. It would probably go into the ground.
Yeah, it would go in the ground for sure.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Garcia starts taking you around and he shows you, it's pretty much just showing you stuff, a bunch of uninteresting biological information that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. And his English is very poor.
Let's see.
And he's like, Any questions?" The Lord himself stays
what-
by the front door. His arms are kind of crossed, looking at you guys talk. And yeah, go ahead.
So, what kind of research do you do here? Is it breeding fruit plants, or is it something else? And how do the snakes fit in?
He thinks for a second. He's like, "Learn to grow plants and milk snakes."
Milk snakes.
He's like, look, if he says anti-venom, we learn anti-venom.
Right.
And
How did the snakes come back? Were they in a crate or something accidentally? Or do they help somehow with the soil?
They hitch ride and set up.
All right. Well, they don't seem to get in the way.
Snake's
Your
friend.
workers seem Snake's friends. It must
Do
be
they
a
keep
surprise
pets?
to many Irish. You know, we pride ourselves on what St. Patrick achieved.
He just shrugs at that.
The snakes keep away pests, vermin. They,
See.
that maybe that helps them grow faster, grow more, better yield. And then it looks like they're doing the research here to maybe isolate faster growing genes, maybe.
He points at the hatch and he says, research there.
No, research in there, in the hole, in the ground.
Want to see?
Yeah, sure.
All right. He takes you over. He pulls out. Well, there's definitely like a lock there, and he pulls out a key and he unlocks it, and there's like a ladder. It opens up to, and he climbs down in. Are you all following him?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
got
I
to.
why
will.
not?
I mean,
This is what I came for.
Okay, you guys go down into like a basement area, and it's like there's a bunch of glass tanks, and they're all holding snakes, and there's definitely the black ones with the yellow bellies are in there. And
do they look natural, those snakes? I mean, not that I know, but I have got a.
There's definitely nothing about
Yeah.
them that seems like monstrous or
Right.
supernatural or anything. They look like creep. I mean, snakes are creepy on their own, I guess, but they're just snakes
Yeah.
that you can tell.
Yeah,
Some snakes are cute.
Actually, the Western
Yeah, I
Highlands
suppose.
adorable snake.
Right? There's a couple that are just like, oh, you look
Got a
adorable.
dirt face.
Exactly.
And yeah, there's a bunch of glass cages. They're all in there. He tries to tell you they're like, there are scientific secrets and biological processes. He's having a hard time getting it out. And
So
yeah, go ahead.
just like, just like kind of observing him. He seems to be like genuinely a scientist. Like he knows what he's talking about, but he can't express it to us. Is that the vibe I get?
Do you want a psychology roll?
Yeah, sure.
You are always free to ask for one. I feel like if
You
I
know, 'cause
prompt
I'm-
a psychology roll, it's like, yeah, this person's a villain. I don't know. I don't like prompting them.
Extreme success. Okay, so
Oh,
I may
boy.
not understand his words, but like I'm getting the tone of him.
Oh, actually, with your extreme success, this man's a bullshitter. He speaks perfect English. You can tell.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you guys see Jimmy giving this guy, a pretty, probably a scrutinizing sort of look just the whole time that he's, doing his thing. So I don't think he's a scientist then either, right?
No, he's definitely a scientist. He
Okay,
knows what
he
he knows what he's talking about. He just also knows English, and he clearly understands everything you're saying perfectly. There's no like confusion. I'm just trying to
Gotcha.
avoid
Okay,
the
so
extreme success, but
right.
yeah.
Mhm. So he's not confused about what we would be asking him
No.
at all. Okay.
Maybe he gives himself away, but he just understands a little too well, so you can kind of figure out that he understands English.
Gotcha.
Obviously, the
Yeah,
rest of you
I'm
don't know
not
that, but
I'm not gonna call him out in front of
oh,
him, but yeah.
oh, why not?
Yeah, why not?
So
Actually, is
what
so wait,
these?
is the Lord down here with us?
He stayed upstairs.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I'll be like, uh, I think you probably understand more than you're letting on. Why are you not wanting to speak to us? Is it because of the secrets? We're not going to spill any trade secrets. That's not what we're here for. But we are interested.
He walks over to a storage locker. He opens it up and he pulls out some kind of vial and he says, here's anti-venom. Should keep on with you."
That
Yeah,
would be very lovely, yes,
That
because if
would
we,
be very nice.
were without one of you.
So you can add anti-venom, one vial of anti-venom to your inventory, Captain.
Right.
This is, I think, time for you to go.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to talk to us, are you?
Um,
I'd say that, kind of low to him, kind of away from the hole.
it's up to you how far you want to push this. Do you want a roll or is there need a social roll?
Okay, I will I have a pretty decent persuade. I'm trying to sincerely say, hey, are you afraid of your boss? That is a success, 51 under 70.
He says, and he's whispering to you now, so his English comes through clear and perfectly. No, I'm not afraid of my boss. I just don't want to give away my secrets, and I want to play dumb, so you don't ask me questions I don't want to answer.
Fair enough.
Uh, that's fair enough.
Okay, so this is all at some level we're not getting anywhere yet. There's nothing really we to push to get our teeth into. Are we being allowed to wander around by ourselves now?
No, you're just you need to go back. He's kind of ushering you back to the Lord.
Oh yeah. I mean, once we're outside
Okay.
we climb up the stairs, but then his lordship had said something about letting us wander around by ourselves.
The Lord says,
Is
"Well,
that
I got
right?
one more place to show you. I wanted to show you the
All
packaging
right,
plant,
great.
Oh,
Please.
indeed.
and he does take you over. You start to walk over to the packaging plant, and the first thing you notice is there is a wood-fired steam engine that's just under a flat roof at the side of the plant. It's emitting smoke and steam, and there's a loud rattle coming from all the pistons and cogs in motion. You can see that it's connected to a slowly rotating crankshaft, which also enters the plant through a hole in the wall. There's a right. The steam engine is also running a small dynamo from which there's the occasional sound of electricity crackling. And the packaging plant itself is a large tin shed, which is open at both ends to allow access to the trucks. And you see a bunch of workers. They're loading fruit from the back of the truck at one end of the conveyor belt. It's inside, and they're packaging, to be loaded to the trucks. In the middle of each of the conveyor belts and sitting in front of the lights, there is a worker sitting who is checking each piece of fruit as it passes. Every now and then, they lift a piece of fruit off the belt and they throw it into a hole behind them into a large crate.
So he's taking the fruit and throwing it into a hole.
They're throwing them into a large crate.
Oh, into a crate. Okay, I see. So nothing abnormal going on.
well, he's
To,
rejecting some. He's
yeah,
rejecting
to like
some. So
quality
the
control.
question is, can we see the fruit and does it look like fine to the outside, or can we see that it's bruised or rotten?
It doesn't seem like there's anything like visibly wrong with the fruit from what you can tell. They're just shining a light on it. And every now and then they reject some of it.
Interesting. What is he looking for? Are they able to tell what's the fruit is bad?
You're
By
asking that out loud, right? Or
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I mean, quality is very important, I'm sure.
yeah.
What are they
O'Brien
picking up
says
on that?
the light helps us check the fruit for burrowing grubs.
Oh, so you can see through the skin
Yes, indeed.
to
We're
see if
very
there's
proud of it.
some insects inside. That's incredible. Um, could I cut one open and see the insects? I'm curious.
Why would you want to do that?
I'm very interested in bugs.
As you ask that, Jacob Hart appears and he starts to ask the Lord to come with him, and he takes him off to the side. He says, "Excuse me for a second." He goes off with Jacob.
I want to try to listen to that if I can.
Yep, give me a
Yeah,
listen roll.
I'd like to try and listen.
So wonder if I have to
I will
prompt you or
try
not.
to listen.
Well, there's no reason to not do it, so I'll try as well.
I can
Oh,
I
that's
can
right.
hear and I can push it with some luck. Not push it, but I can spend some luck to make it a hard.
Oh, I only need a normal, so you can keep your luck.
I got a normal as well.
I failed actually.
Critical
Critical.
success.
All right, you can get one sanity back, so you know what that means, right?
Oh, oh no. I'm back at 69 sanity again. Let's go,
Yay!
baby.
Okay, and yeah, everyone hears Jacob takes the lord off to the side, like you said. And he says, "It's Agnes, sir. We found her body at the bottom of the cliffs, and sir, her child was in her arms. What are we going to do now?"
I knew it.
Lord O'Brien, he's very shaky and he's kind of worried. And he says, "I'll sort something out. There's always a way." And he returns to the group. And he's very shaken. You don't need a psychologist roll to tell you he's been very bothered by this. And he says, "If you'll excuse me, there's been an incident on the island, and I must go see what I can do."
Oh, please
Of
take care.
course.
We'll behave
Yeah.
ourselves.
And well, so he says anything to me, he just walks away.
All right. So one place that we could have a look at, which is quite near now, is the church.
I probably
Sure.
need to advance the time. I'll probably make it around noon.
Do the workers stop us from grabbing one of the bad fruits and cutting it open?
Yeah, they're gonna try to stop you. They see you going near it. He's like, "No, no, please don't mess with their stuff here."
I want to just get something from the fridge. Hang on.
Oh, you meant in real life. I'm like, go.
I thought I was just gonna push past them. Excuse me, actually, I know what I'm doing here. Thank you. Grab one of the fruit.
Well, you see, the problem with going over there, and there's a bunch of there's snakes in that crate. I wouldn't go in there.
Oh, snakes. I don't like
Oh,
snakes. I'd like to stay away from those, yeah.
And Lord O'Brien wouldn't forgive us if we let you do that, so we will have to physically stop you.
well, all right. Is there anywhere, like, do you have any examples of these bugs? Do you have sprays that you keep them off with?
Oh, no, no. We just throw them away when we see them in there.
Have any ever gotten through? Is that why you developed this method?
Yeah, if you have gone through, that's why it would be bad for our business if bugs were in the fruit.
Understood. All right.
So yeah, you probably need like a hard social, or you can sneak back there if you want the crate. Otherwise, you have to let it go, or you could fight them.
Um, I'll try to ask him. Well, we don't want to disturb the snakes, but they seem to be fine with you all. Could you let us just, we won't do anything. We're not gonna take it away, but if you could hand us one of these bad fruits, so just so we could see it, see the difference. We're trying to, see what's going on here, so we can write a excellent article for your boss. My friend is an excellent writer. All right, so I will go ahead and try to persuade him to, just hand us one, and then we can hand it back, but we want to take a look. Because, Bryant wants to see the bugs. That
That's
is
right.
a regular success. 61 under 70.
He looks a little uncomfortable. We'll say it's like a man this one he's been talking to. He's like, I don't think I could leave the line, I guess, if you want to go back, but you got to watch out for the snakes.
All right. We'll try not to disturb anything. So Jimmy will slip back there and just try and find one of these crates that's like relatively full and very carefully pick one that's on top.
Yep, as you start to dig through the fruit, I will need a spot hidden.
Okie dokie. That's not bad for me either, so hopefully I can do that. 36 under 69.
Okay. Yeah, it's during the daytime, so you get a bonus die, I think. Can roll again if you want.
Okay.
D10.
Bonus
So-
dice.
Forgot about that. That is not
That's worse. Yeah, that's worse.
okay. So I need a hard success, or
Okay, so hard would
do you want to
be-
leave it, or you want to continue? So I laugh you
What
only.
what is hard? My sheet doesn't do auto cop now.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah. Something about the way it's saved when I downloaded it. So that would be 35, I assume. So I just have to spend one luck, so I will totally do that.
Okay. I'm glad you did. Because yeah, there's a bunch of snakes lurking within. If you stick your hand in there randomly, they were going to bite you.
Hmm.
You just barely caught it. So as you look through this fruit with the snakes on your mind and not going to harm you, you see that most of the fruit is rotten or partially eaten by snakes, but there are a few recently dumped pieces which can be inspected.
Hmm.
We'll say you take a couple of them with you.
Yes, I will bring one back over so Bryant can look at it.
Oh yeah, I would definitely like to slice that thing open if we have a knife. I think at the very least, Sean has a knife.
I do. I'll pass it over to you if you want.
I'll try to without making a show of it. Without ideally, if we can kind of circle or huddle
Yeah.
around.
Here you go away from the
Um,
villagers, right?
yeah,
Yes,
away from the
exactly.
any villagers workers. Cut it open and just see if it does it have words in it.
Yes, these do indeed have words. We'll say you took about four of them and they say help, murder, die, pain. And as you
Oh,
cut them open, the red viscous liquid that's most likely blood drips out of them, each of them.
alrighty. I will then try to sort of circuitously dump these somewhere,
All
maybe back in the pit where they came from.
right.
And I'll be, sort of saying, so it seems the snakes eat the bad fruit. So that's very good all the way around, just kind of like,
It's very strange that they eat that, but um, I I think the I had suspected earlier that maybe that woman's child was actually the son of our Lord O'Brien here. And then we kind of, if you heard what I heard, I think he has to sacrifice people in his family, which is why he doesn't have any family left, and which is why he has a secret island where he can produce new progeny without anybody knowing or asking questions. All the other children were allowed to run free. None of them were being sacrificed. But that particular one they needed. Remember, on the ride, the individual said, "You know it has to be this way because of who he is."
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
there's some kind of a cycle taking place here, some kind of an awful thing. Perhaps it was an escape to South America, and it was only upon the death of his father that he was able to return. Otherwise, he would have been sacrificed as well. Now I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know what we can do. I would like to investigate the woman who jumped off the cliffs, but that's exactly where the Lord's going to be.
They say the Lord, don't they? It sounds like it's religious. It's sound like Christians talking about Jesus or something.
or the Pope, perhaps.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, it does add up. There's fruit in the Garden of Eden, snakes.
All right, you guys had very good
Yeah.
listen, so I'm going to say you hear Jacob Hart is calling for you guys, trying to find where you're at.
Hello.
Oh, yes,
So we
as
go
we've
back.
gone off by ourselves.
It's up to you whether you want
Did
to
we
get
have a
aided.
chance to go to the church or yet or not? We were still hanging around. Let's go back and see what Jacob wants.
Mhm.
All right, Jacob says, "Well, you are free to look around the island from now, as long as you keep to yourselves and behave. And we expect you at dinner at 6. The Lord will be there, but he'll be busy until then."
Oh, why,
Great.
thank you. I appreciate the
Thank
offer.
you.
We won't disturb anyone's work. We understand it's important to remain productive.
Yes.
All right. Do you need anything from me, or are you happy to be on your own?
Yeah, fine.
Well,
Thank
we're
you.
more than happy to go on our own.
Very well. Just remember, watch out for the snakes.
Snakes, thank you. Um,
Snakes.
it's such a beautiful place otherwise. And, I don't mind snakes either, but clearly these ones would be bad to be bit by.
Hmm.
How how venomous are they? Would we have time to go and find one of you if needed? What if multiple of us were bit?
Their poison is pretty potent, and it will paralyze you within 10 seconds, and you'll die within 2 hours.
Right.
Whoa!
So we need to try to, if one of us is accidentally bit, not more than one of us, because somebody's going to have to drag them. Good to know.
Yeah. I'm not walking around barefoot.
I
No,
wouldn't suggest
definitely
that.
not.
All right,
Um,
Jacob, go ahead.
uh, quick question.
Yes.
They do seem to like y'all better. Is it a scent thing, or is there something we could do to make friends with the snakes?
Oh, they're just used to us.
Hmm. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Thank you.
And he
We'll
walks
be
away.
very careful.
Yeah. He walks away, leaving you to do whatever you want to do now.
You would think the snakes wouldn't care about us too, since they're used to them.
Right, but that's why I was asking if it was maybe a smell thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, isn't it? Maybe
Yeah.
something in the diet that eventually you start giving off.
Yeah,
um,
sure.
some
Sweat out
hormone.
something.
Sweat out something. I'd like to go to the church.
Yes.
May I?
Yeah, we may go to the
All
church.
right. Okay, you guys make your way over to the church, and you see that the church grounds are overgrown. There are weeds spreading up everywhere. There's clearly no signs of any recent graves that have been dug here. The front door is boarded up, and there's a faded sign which lies on its side beside the church. It reads St. Patrick's Church of Hortensie, Father Brendan, incumbent. You see that there was a rectory to the rear of the church, but it's been burnt out. And you don't think there's really anything left to pick through in those ruins there. It's all just completely ruined and burned down.
Right. Is it worth getting into the church? Is there a side door that we might manage to?
Well, as you look at the board of the front door, it looks like
course.
it's been rotten. It's quite rotten. So if somebody wants to give a strength check, you could probably kick it open or
Sure.
I
Have we
think,
got any strong ones?
yeah. Jimmy can probably do this, hopefully. Jimmy's gonna look around very carefully for snakes first, make sure not to disturb any little friends.
I'll say you don't see any because I don't want to make
Yeah.
constant and
Right,
unending
we're
spot
all-
hidden rolls.
A little
Thanks.
paranoid about
Please
this.
do.
And then we'll, just like kind of put a foot to where the main blockage would be.
Give me that strength check.
Extreme.
Ju-
9 under
that's good.
70.
The door just explodes under the captain's kick.
Oops.
God damn.
I
Captain,
guess I
you'll have
don't
to
know
tell
my own strength.
Captain, you'll have to teach me your workout routine. Good chap.
Alright, as you enter into the church, the pews are scattered around and they're slowly rotting in the heat. In here inside, you do hear a few snakes slithering about and the detritus on the floor. Although they don't seem to be the poisonous ones you were warned about, but And all around you, the walls, they're covered with crudely drawn snake graffiti. And there are more hieroglyphics on the wall as well that look similar to the one on the cigar.
Nice.
So unfortunately, you will need archaeology, is what it's calling for, not occult.
Not a cult.
Oh.
Do I?
Oh.
Anyone have it?
I don't think
I
anyone has
have
archaeology.
I
You
have
have
I have
archaeology?
not. I have
I have-
1%.
I have
archaeology.
archaeology.
It's worth trying.
That's up
1%.
to you. Just don't
I mean-
fumble.
For some reason. No, I don't.
I'm no expert, but
I read a book once.
Spot hidden, just looking
Cool.
around, maybe in the offices and so on to see.
uh,
what
yeah,
I
you know
can-
what? I'll
Vash, do you want to
I'll
spend luck?
spend 4 luck to
Heck yeah.
Okay, you're not an archaeologist. It didn't make much sense to you, but you read a book once, and it just so happens to be your luck. It's that one book that you read. It was talking about I wasn't really given a proper sort of like pronunciation, but I think it's the Papiluca tribe, and
Uh-huh.
they represent Shipe Totek.
Sheep Toteg.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
god.
Bryant has a notepad and pencils and will attempt to sketch the symbols in case he does run across an archaeologist.
okay. Zipe Totek.
And you can try to roll Cthulhu Mythos on the name Shipe Totek if anyone wants to
Oh,
dare.
yes.
If you want to dare that.
Alrighty. I'm
Yeah.
going to fail miserably.
That's
I have a
not
23 in Mythos.
right. And 23 is amazing, but it's still such a low
It is,
chance.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it is really
frustrating.
low chance because I just got 70.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you try to think if it has any of that other stuff, that real stuff that you know of that you've unfortunately encountered, and you just can't make sense of it.
Man, no juice.
No dice.
Alrighty.
Okay, and as you're in there looking around this, you notice that there's no sign of a cross or church, or no sign of a cross anywhere in the church or any other sort of religious paraphernalia, except for a very large stone altar which sits at the top of the church.
Okay. I'll go take a look at the
Okay,
altar.
for here, we'll have to call for our old friend Spot Hidden.
Both friends spotted. When you first said snake graffiti, I imagined it was graffiti done by snake.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Oh yeah, didn't I mention they have little hands and they're running around? No, I'm kidding.
Horrifying.
That's a lot of failures. Did you get anything, Bryant?
Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm rolling spot hidden. Wow, that is beautiful. I actually got an extreme success. I rolled a 7 on 7.
That's nice because I was going to be a dick and ask for a hard. All right, and Brian, I guess you've been excited by all this. You find a little secret compartment that opens up at a push of a button, and inside there's a small metal box that's sealed with wax all around.
I withdraw the box and I
It's so sad to see a church in such disrepair.
set it on top of the altar, I suppose. And I'll say, "What is this?" And I kind of am sort of defaulting to Colm, unless, of course, my occult signal is like, "Pew."
No, it's just a box with sealed with wax. You don't see any sort of like symbols or anything that's set off your occult sense. It's like a
There's
spider sense.
no markings at all.
Is
No,
there
it just
anything
appears the
I can
box.
make sense of for this?
No,
What?
you just have to open it up.
Yeah,
Open
I
it.
don't know.
All right.
Guess we'll have to open it up.
All right, you guys
Uh,
break the wax, and inside there's a letter.
Deal.
It's one more hand
all
out.
right. I'll open up the letter.
Whoever wants
Yeah,
to
let's go.
read that may read that, although it's a little hard to read, so hopefully you can read it. It's a very annoying font.
I will do my best. The
Yeah.
letter is from Bishop Brady, St. Mary and St. Anne's Cathedral in Cork City. Letter states, "Dear Daniel, disturbing news. My suspicions that Yig's foul presence is on the island has been confirmed. I believe that the entrance to the temple lies under the mansion and will write further once my investigations have been completed. Can you please contact the Inquisitors, for I fear that I will not be strong enough to hold back the demonic influences that have the people of this island in its thrall. May God be with all of us. Brendan."
It's a very
Uh,
quick Hail Mary.
Who is
wait.
Dan?
I think Daniel is Bishop Brady, actually. So wait. Yeah. So the local bishop.
Oh, okay.
That's the two. Because Brendan was the
Where's it from? Sure, yeah.
yeah.
No, on the outside
Brendan is
it said
the,
Father Brendan Incumbent.
that's the person whose rectory got burned down.
And it appears that this Yig is a demonic presence that has taken a hold of people on this island, which may explain
All the snakes.
all well, did it link that Yig to snakes?
No, I'm
No,
just
but these
We know
symbols certainly
how to
seem to.
I mean, you can like intuit because it says my suspicions that Yig's foul presence. It seems okay too. I don't see any problem with linking the two.
Okay.
honestly, I was just doing it because Bible.
Yeah, and snake graffiti all over in here,
Mhm.
along with these symbols. So.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Makes sense. Really, this presence definitely has influenced them. I don't understand exactly how much. It doesn't. Do you think it doesn't seem to me that it affects the people. It seems like they're acting as seems like they're sort of afraid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, seems like they're living with a chip on their shoulder.
They live in this strange system where we know that this man is this lord is sleeping with some selection of them, most likely more than one at a time, in order to. And well, maybe not. He seemed quite panicked earlier.
At this point, Jimmy will ask you to confirm what it was that you heard, because Jimmy didn't actually hear it, so we'll go through that. I see. All
yeah.
right. That's what you were saying. I didn't hear that conversation.
Yeah,
Yes,
apologies.
me too.
He had specifically said your child, so he had confirmed, yeah, that woman's child who we saw on that cart ride was in fact an O'Brien.
Ah,
So he seemed quite panicked. I would have thought maybe we don't know how often these sacrifices need to take place, so maybe he doesn't have additional O'Brien orphans to sacrifice.
hmm, that could be.
Has it got to be children? Are we in danger tonight?
Right.
We
That is a
don't,
good
yeah, we don't know.
question.
We don't know that.
There's a lot of things we don't know, and
When he came back here, he said his son is now gone.
Yeah,
And when he came back here, his son was 30. So I assume not, if that's the case. But there's this question of maybe it's a bloodline thing.
I think I suspect it's a bloodline thing. Yeah,
that's what I'm assuming as well.
he
If it
stated
has to be within his bloodline, that would give cause for him to be concerned.
he stated something about it being, that he would do something, he'd figure something out, there'd be a way. I don't know if he's thinking of recovering the body and maybe attempting to perform the ritual anyway. I don't know. I don't know.
The cliffs
Hard
are
to
in
say.
in the west, aren't they? They're also marked on the map. We could go over there. I don't know if there's anything to be seen.
I mean,
But if
try
the
and
body's
see
been-
something from the top. See if
Do
they're
you
doing
want
something down there.
do you want to go and see if maybe while O'Brien is presumably gone, looking after the cliff situation, maybe the mansion is unattended and we can investigate the
Yeah, why
entrance?
not? Yeah.
Might as well.
How long have we did it take us to get over to the church and like kind of peruse it, keeper?
We'll say it took an hour.
Well, it's worth a try because they said he'd be busy till dinner. But there's always a chance that he could have, come back to the house if that's where they do things to try to do something. So, but it's definitely worth a look. Either way, we should probably get things out of our bags, and we can always use that as an excuse to have
Yeah.
gone back to the house. So yeah, head back to the house.
Yeah, I think we should head back to the mansion.
Yeah.
On the way there, I'd like to clarify a little bit more just with the party, like sort of metagame, but or not metagame, but talk about it.
Do it in character.
Yeah, not do it in character. But kind of the idea that the fruit that's saying help us, it might be being fed the blood of these sacrifices. And so it's like some kind of cycle, because then
I
it's
almost
it's ultimately fed to the snakes again. But I think that maybe these people who are going missing are feeding whatever this research is, which is getting into the tree.
I almost took it as a manifestation. That whole thing about the girl that Lucius, was talking about, and the girl who was a medium,
Yes.
and the people went missing, and he most recently found. I don't know if it has any actual significance to this, but that's where my head went. I was like, well, maybe this is a ghost thing, because it kind of looked like a ghost to me. That strange blob. And it keeps
Yeah.
saying, help us, save us. We know people are being sacrificed, at least. I mean, we can't prove it, but that is definitely what my gut tells me. Children.
I'm thinking more along the lines of this letter where there's like a demonic presence. I've kind of sort of set ghosts aside, but maybe I don't know enough to rule anything out yet. But they also didn't just say help me. There was also the death and the danger or murder, the murder one.
Murder, yes. It
Murder.
seems to me like these the fruits that they're trying to keep from getting out, that are crying out for help, might be indications of, like, the souls of the murdered children and or other people crying
Yeah,
out.
that's what I'm
There's
thinking.
old folk stories about things like that. There's one about like a girl's bones that become a flute, and the flute plays, and people know what was done to her from that. It just sort of fits with old mist, is what I'm thinking.
And I'm thinking about when we cut him open, there's kind of that blood, and there was a table in his office. It's a sacrificial, or it's a ceremonial table that would be used for human sacrifice. So it's a large stone, strong enough, solid enough to support people of various sizes, and there's grooves along the edge that convene at a hole. Usually, this is a type of like funneling system for bleeding a human out. So that's why I think there's maybe blood being provided uh, to the trees essentially, which is creating
Mhm.
a strange effect. Something's going on in this island that's very, very sinister, and I don't know how much time we have to stop the next one.
When the blood drained through the hole, did it go into a hole in the floor, or would it have been picked up in a bucket or something, some vessel?
I would imagine that there would be vessel. There are some more elaborate versions where it would drain to the ground and then follow further grooves if it took place at the top of a ziggurat or something like that. It very
Brian, can you give me a call check as you say, like, how much
I
time you
would.
have and all that?
Okay, great. I got a 32, which is a hard success.
All right. You realize that as you're thinking about that today is Beltane Eve, and pagans worship the sun rising in the next morning after a night of festivities. And it's an ancient Celtic fire festival that marks the beginning of summer.
Is that
I
where we are when
that
we are
information.
now?
So that would be tomorrow.
Yes.
You're Beltane Eve, tomorrow is Beltane, or that's the information he
All right,
understands.
yeah.
Yeah, I pass that information on to you guys. I think our marching orders are fairly clear, but that also
So,
Yeah.
it begs the next question. Night of festivities?
hmm,
I think
mhm,
we might need to be careful. If we're invited to any parties, that might not end well.
right.
Yeah. It's best to keep your peace close to you.
And keep our bits about us.
And
Indeed.
that's during the walk to the mansion. So
Hmm,
Hmm.
we could be
understand.
at the mansion whenever.
Yeah,
Yep.
whenever you're done talking, that's when you arrive. Okay. All right, you guys are
Okay, so we're going
go.
back to the mansion
Hmm. All right, you guys arrive back.
quietly.
Okay, quietly. You are standing
And
outside, or I'll let you enter whenever you wish.
I think we're going inside. Maybe we can meet
Okay.
those kids. Maybe they have some questions that we can speak with them. But I'm going to wander to some different places.
Did you want to find the children?
Yeah, let's have a look. Maybe upstairs there's a nursery or a bedroom or something.
Yeah, you think of them. They're running around, stamping their little feet and yelling. They're not hard to find in there. And you see a little boy and a little girl, and they look up at you and wide eyes, like, "Hello, mister.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing great.
What's your names?
My name is James, and hers is Orla.
Hello. It, and who's your mummy and daddy? Are they here?
Well, our mommy's the maid, Maeve.
Do you have a daddy?
No, we don't know her daddy.
They,
So
do you
are
go to
you
do you go to school?
Yeah, there's a school on the island.
So you learn to read and write. What's your favorite books?
Oh, I don't like reading. I like playing.
Yeah, I understand that. Is it safe for you to play on the island? There's all these snakes around here.
Yeah, we like we know which ones to avoid and which ones to pick up and play with.
Um,
And the little girl runs away, and then she comes back and she shows you some little snake toys that they have, and she says, "This is Zappy and Toto. They protect the island."
Oh, Zappy and Toto.
how do
That's
they protect the
adorable.
island? That's very cute. They aren't the black and yellow ones, is it? The black one with the yellow belly. It's a different one, is it?
Yeah, they look like the black and yellow ones.
Oh gosh.
Like, what do you mean? They just protect it? I don't know.
What do they eat?
I I don't know. Mice?
Yeah, probably. Um, so I can't think of anything else to ask these kids. My mind's going blank. Sorry.
That's all right.
You guys eat a lot of fish, or you guys just eat fruit here?
Oh, we eat fish and fruit and all kinds of things.
I sure do like fish.
The Lord takes nice
Do
care of us. He's very nice to us.
you think they're going to serve any? I heard that there's going to be dinner at 6. Are you guys invited to that dinner as well, or are you considered staff here?
We won't be there, no. We'll be in our room.
So do you live here in the manor with your mum?
Yeah, we live in the manor. Brian lets us live here, the Lord.
Hmm.
Is he usually nice to you?
Oh, he's always nice.
Oh, good.
Any psychology roll might as well do that to see what's going on. If that fails,
Well, first you have to ask me what you're looking for in the psychology.
well, there's no point because I failed anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you just see
Uh,
two bright-eyed children look like they're having fun, enjoying their youth.
Everything's
they
cool.
don't have a dad, right?
They said they didn't know him.
Or, okay, they don't know him. Uh, what would it be to see if I can like notice like some sort of similarity to the Lord?
Oh, to these two? Mm.
Probably I hate spot-headed, but I don't know what you would call for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
similar features.
Although I'm gonna make it hard because you're trying to match something earlier.
Morphology.
Uh, no, that's fair. It's just like,
Apology. No, you
well,
failed it. Yeah.
yeah, that was a pretty fucking bad fail too.
Yeah, you don't see any sort of, or at least you can't make any sense of the features that you can't match them to Lord O'Brien.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean
I
they're not
mean,
there. It just means you didn't find any.
yeah, it's
Do
like
these kids look because
they might just not be old enough for those genes to be expressing properly yet.
the scientist you said was speaking Spanish mostly, right? Was he dark skinned? Are most of them dark skinned? Do they look like they came from South America? Or a lot of the villagers like imported South American folks?
No, they all seem like just Irish people,
Oh, okay.
typical Irish. But yeah, the scientist is from Mexico, I believe,
Okay. Gotcha.
that he
All
found
right.
over in South America.
Maybe it's worth looking around to find this guy's library or study,
Hmm.
the Lord's
Mhm.
study, so I mean, at some point, make my excuses and say, well, you probably want to get on and play, so we'll let go for them.
I mean,
And
they're
then,
children. They're not going to question you very deeply.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So looking for his study.
Yipper. Let's see, where do I do have a map? Let's see exactly where it is. It is. Yep, there's a library. It was actually right next to the smoking room, so it wouldn't have been hard
Okay.
for you to remember that. And you walk in, there's a vast collection of books. You see religion, you see travel guides, journals, horticultural, science books, classical literature. And if you want to
Is there
find
a
anything, I'll
well,
take a
I
library
mean,
check.
I mean, one thing I might look at quickly is whether there's that book about the Irishman in South America from 1875, the travel book that we'd found the reference to. Is that book also here?
Oh. Like it might
Uh,
have led him.
no, you
You
don't think
remember
that.
the one?
No, you
Mhm.
definitely don't see that in here.
Okay. How about a desk then, or somewhere where this guy does his paperwork? And is there a filing cabinet and so on? Is that in the library, or is there a separate room maybe?
I think there's a room that you think is a study, but it's locked. It's right next to it, according to the map. Yep. Right. But yeah, if you
Can I
want to look
try
through the
lock?
library, you could do. You can try to
Okay,
lockpick
well,
it, or you can
spot's
do
getting in
library
me.
use. I'll take library use in the
Let's
library.
let's do the
Ooh.
library use first to see what there is, okay? And that is a success.
Okay. Is anyone else doing this or?
I would like to library use, but I'm going to be looking for occult books.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no.
it's a hard success.
Hard success. Okay.
Okay.
I can
Anyone
try
who
the
wants to roll
library.
can roll.
Meanwhile, Jimmy
Where
asks
you
the
at?
kids where
Yeah.
their mom is. So you know. So he's going to kind of take them away and keep them alone.
Okay. Yeah, they lead
I
you
can.
right to her. See a young woman, maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Ow, ow, ow.
So they've not been bothering you, have they?
Oh no, they're lovely.
No,
Lovely.
Why am I hearing owl? What's going on?
Oh, that was my body just
Oh.
being mean to me.
All right.
As long as you didn't get bit by
There.
a black and yellow-bellied snake.
No, thank God, no. Hard success. Woo.
So we have what, two hard successes? What did we get from you, Bryant?
Unfortunately, I failed.
All right. Well, you don't find any occult books or
Damn it.
extra occult. right, so are you trying to distract the mate, or do you want an actual conversation before I start giving them books?
You can go ahead and give them books first, but he probably will have just like a basic
Okay.
conversation.
All right, so okay, so the first thing we find is the Reptile Guide to South America by Oswaldo Marx. It was written in 1905 and is in English. It is a handout that speaks of the Tenux mamba, which is the name of the snake. They are small poisonous snakes from the Amazon rainforest in South America. They have a yellow underbelly and a dark green to to black back. Sorry, I'm reading the hands, a little hard. The snake grows to 5 feet in length and 2 inches in diameter and has an exceptional turn of speed once it has bask in the sun. Their poison is particularly potent and is able to render a human male paralyzed within 10 seconds, death generally within 2 hours. They are the most common cause of death among plantation workers in the colonies, and there's no sort of like mention of Yig or any supernatural quality thing in this.
Anything in there about their sort of cultural significance or mythological interpretation?
No, unfortunately, there's not. Other than they seem to be in plantations and are a grave danger to the plantation workers. And then we have the history of Papiluca by Professor C.J. Starmer, which was written in 1885. This book includes details of their worship of Xipe Totec, which is a Central American fertility and harvest god who was said to be the child of the great snake god Yig. And it goes on to detail the human sacrifices that the Papiluca tribe priests undertook on their yearly spring festival. On this
Oh,
day, yeah, we're gonna say?
oh, that
Oh,
was just a reaction.
okay.
Sorry.
On this day, as dawn rose over, prepared a clearing in the jungle, the priests sacrificed slaves to their god, and we've already identified that as the start of the Beltane Day, this festival. First, they staked them into the ground. They slit their throats to let their blood feed the earth. Once they were dead, they flayed the slave and wore their skin for the rest of the preparation of the ceremonies. The skins were then sealed in large jars and left in the temples as an ongoing symbol of the devotion of the Papaluca tribe to Xipe Totec. This book also contains a translation guide to the Papaluca hieroglyphs, but you would probably need a long time to study that. All right, and then finally, we found a book in Spanish. It translates to the rites and the rituals of the Papaluca because it's rituals e rituales, which probably isn't very hard to figure out what that is. It was written in 1624 by Maria de Echequay. It is bound in soft leather, and the date on the inside cover reads, yeah, 1624. I will take an occult, yeah, roll an occult roll in this book if you want, Bryant, or anyone really.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
There's a
I'll,
I
lot of
got an
I'll assist.
O2
it's a lot of
for
information
occult.
here.
I got
Okay,
a 68 under 75.
our journalist is on the
O2
case.
is actually it's not
Extreme.
quite extreme, but I
It's
can
not?
spend one luck point. No,
Oh,
because
damn.
actually yes, it is. It is extreme.
Yeah, I don't want your
Absolutely.
luck because I don't have any extra information anyway, so it's not necessary. Is this just a little tip off that you can identify Maria de Echeguay as a Spanish witch who, along with her husband, was tried for witchcraft back in 1630. So that would give it some sort of like credibility as a real deal. The book contains a list of Papaluca spells and rituals, which range from keeping your husband, wife, or dog faithful to summoning demons. Each spell has a ritual and a short descriptive passage. I
Gosh.
forgot to mention there's probably a, what do you call it, a Spanish English dictionary that you could just say you've been looking back and forth in there because you got like hard success anyways, which is followed by engraved hieroglyphs and pictograms of the rituals, which have been copied from the temples of the Papaluca. As you are looking through this book, you can tell that there were a few pages near the back of the book which have been more often looked at. This section contains the rite of Xipe Totec for the summoning and banishment of Yig's avatar. To summon this avatar, you need to sacrifice a living child at the ceremonial clearing at dawn on the festival of Xipe Totec. The child must be poisoned by a snake, then staked down and cut so that its blood feeds the earth. The body must then be flayed, and the skin worn by the priest as the body is fed to the summoned avatar. This ritual must be repeated yearly, or the blessing will weaken. And there is a banishment spell which requires the person who summoned the avatar to be sacrificed directly in front of the avatar using the same method. Although this can occur at any time, not necessarily on Beltane. And I think that's it for me. That was a lot of
Gosh, well, that's
information.
very interesting. Yeah.
That, oh my God.
I mean, I'll copy some of this in as you want to speak if you wish. I know it was a lot of information.
I don't speak Spanish, but you said this is a book that's there?
Well, we'll say in your with your hard success, you found a
It
Spanish to
was
English
extreme,
dictionary.
in fact.
Extreme. So yeah, you
Yeah.
found one of those books. I will say you were looking back and forth.
Okay.
This might have taken some
Um,
time, so we'll just say it took some time. That's all.
I do want that book, but we'll deal with that later.
Oh my God.
So I think we know kind of what's in the temple now. It sounds like they keep flayed skin down there. It didn't mention the avatar hangs out down there. It just said like as a tribute to ongoing devotion. So it didn't mention anything about a family member, which is like even crazier. So the guy's gonna like kill his own child and then wear its skin. I don't. It's very strange, but we gotta stop this, and hopefully we can stop it by sacrificing O'Brien. I don't. We're gonna have to kill somebody.
Well, we need to make sure that we get the right person. Then also, who's the most comfortable wearing a skin suit?
No one's comfortable doing that.
No one's saying.
Okay,
I'm a
so
doctor.
I, I'm not surrounded by psychopaths, thank God. I guess that brings up the one of us is gonna have to do it.
Probably the one of you most comfortable with violence is the one that is not with you right now. Just say that.
I if it comes down to it, then I will perform it. I don't know what happens if we just stop O'Brien from doing it. Then what happens? It just weakens over time and it just goes away, or does someone
I,
else pick up the mantle? And
I mean, I guess one could assume, but if they're on the off chance that they're all in on it and know it, then yes, I think somebody could probably just pick up his mantle potentially.
but they'd have to wait at least a year if we disrupt this one ritual. So
Yes.
they wouldn't need to flay anyone until we had at least a little bit of time to work on this. So I think priority number one is figure out what O'Brien's doing and then like not get staked and stop him.
Yes, the more we know, the more accurately we can handle this.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
might
watching a kid get killed. I'm sorry.
might as well have a shot at lock picking on this guy's study. I've got 20% chance.
Let's do it.
Can I have it? Let's do it. No. 60.
Nope, it's a pretty
Um,
sturdy lock. It's well made.
for the other things, I don't know whether they're going to offer us bedrooms for the night or something. I mean, how we're staying for dinner. What's the idea that we head back to the island? No one's mentioned heading back yet, so who knows
Or
really?
is there like pub, a tavern as well? Like, like maybe the pub has accommodations. We didn't really cover that yet with the Lord.
How about the basement? Is that worth looking around?
If you want to.
I mean,
We'll go back out to
what time is it?
I say that probably took some time. Probably because you were that was a lot of books and
Sure.
reading and stuff. I'll put it up to 3.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm obviously pro basement because I think that's the temple.
Yeah.
Since I imagine it's underground, not in the other two stories of the building or whatever. So I think he would vote for that, but also it's probably just gonna be a gross room.
I suppose it begs the question, where is Jimmy, kids, and the maid right now?
yeah, you went looking for the maid while they're doing all that, and you asked the kids to show you. They do show you to their mom, Maeve, and she greets you. And, like I said, it was a young woman in her 20s and early, late 20s, early 30s, and yeah, you can have talk to her if you wish.
Yep. He's gonna be keeping her busy. Do I hear anybody else moving around in the house, or does it seem to just be these three instead of the staff?
Yeah, there's someone else moving around. You probably did see him earlier. I just didn't really call him out because he didn't talk. There's a butler in here as well.
Okay, so butler and a maid. I've got the maid and her kids with me Okay. Yeah, I want to make, chit chat with her, ask about, like if there's anything in particular going on tonight, other than just us being here, or
Well, I mean, there will be some festivities tomorrow, so we're getting ready for that, she tells you.
hmm, right, right. Um, that's a sort of like ancient festival, right? Cultural.
Yeah, we're just celebrating the change of the seasons. We do it every year.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, they do that on the mainland too.
Right. That makes sense.
Um, anything in particular that we should not miss since we're here now?
I mean, I'm sure you'll be invited, and you can just partake in it as you wish.
Do you enjoy working here?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It is a very nice climate. Just out of curiosity, I don't know why anyone would want to leave, but does anyone ever leave? Go to the mainland, visit family or something?
Yeah, of course. You can leave anytime you want.
Have you lived here all your life?
I came on later. I didn't live here all my life, no. I was just hired to be a maid.
All right. Do you have a lot of family on the mainland? Brothers, sisters?
No, just my two children.
Trying to think what else to ask.
Right.
Without being too pointed. Do they hire new people to the island? Do they bring in new people often?
Not so often. There's over 100 of us now. That's all we need.
Mhm. Enough to keep the packing plant and all of that going and
Oh, yeah.
make sure there's fishing and all that. Has it affected the fishing that it's so warm here? Because different fish in different temperatures of waters.
I don't believe so, but it's not really my area.
Mm. I noticed that y'all here are not really of the church. I have to admit I'm not either. Um, but I just wondered, have you leaned in more to like the traditional beliefs then?
Well, we had the priest, but he was his heart just gave out one day.
Yes, we walked past the church.
Oh,
It looked like it had been not used in quite a while, and it even looked like the bit in back where the priest would usually live had been burned down. Were people unhappy with him? Was he unhappy here? Is that maybe, why he's not with us anymore?
well, O'Brien, the Lord, he brought back some ideas that are a little more liberal that we prefer now. I don't really
Mhm.
want to talk about them.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not much for the church either, but just kind of wondered what happened there. It's probably best that, the church doesn't mess with you, you don't mess with the church.
Yeah, I don't think about it much. Too busy raising my two children, taking care of this house.
There's a big house to clean all by yourself.
It is. I mean, the butler helps, Rory.
Oh. And Jacob, does he ever help with housework, or does he more oversee the fruit production or whatever?
Yeah, he's definitely not good at work in the house. He's out and about doing things for the Lord.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it seems like you'll have quite a good life here. Although,
Yeah, we're very blessed.
occasionally tragedy happens everywhere. Um, do you have, I know you don't, like I said, we wandered past the church. Didn't look like it'd been used. Where do you know, where do you grieve? Where do you bury your dead and all that? No.
Maybe we take him back to the mainland.
Oh, that makes sense. Most people would have family somewhere, I suppose. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't talk about that in front of the wee ones. Um, do you make everything you need here other than like, imported food and whatnot? I saw these little toys. They're quite wonderful. Points at the little wooden snakies.
Oh, I think the Lord brought that back with him. Some tribal toys that were there.
Oh, there's been an awful lot of cultural import from his trip. And everybody's just sort of gone with it. I think that's kind of lovely.
Well, it's working out for us. We live in paradise here.
Has it sort of dovetailed with some of the traditional beliefs? Our old Celtic heritage. We found commonalities there.
I think you should ask O'Brien about that kind of stuff. I want to talk about it.
That's fair. That's fair. everybody seems very deferential to his lordship, which I understand. Just trying to, get an idea of the place since we're here. It's so nice here. I would like to retire somewhere like this.
Well, I guess I'll get back to my duties if you don't mind.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to keep you from it. Is there anything I can do to help?
Oh no, you're a guest. You can't work for us. That's not proper.
That's kind, but I was offering. But okay. Well, I'll try to keep the children out of your way for a bit then.
All right, the children go off and play with you, and they show you a variety of toys. And all right, so we will switch back to the other three, and we'll end it on your decision of what you want to investigate, and then we'll pick up again in 2 weeks.
So I would go to the basement next.
All right, our investigators are gonna make their way
And
down to the basement, and that'll be it for this week. Thanks for playing, or this time. Thanks for playing, everyone.